Good evening, everybody, and welcome to VRML Season 7, Week 6. We are here with 4 fantastic matches for you tonight. I'm Jeepgirlz, and with me in the casting booth is Innard, and of course, coming in on cams is Wonder T-Man. How are you, Innard?
I'm doing amazing. I hope you and everyone else are doing amazing tonight. Yeah, as you said, we have 4 games tonight. Our first game is between Vicious on the blue team and Fortnutters on orange. Vicious being master first place right now, and Fortnutters Diamond 4 in 5th place. So this is going to be a very fun game to watch.
It definitely is. Coming in over on Fortnutters, we have XA, Cam, Mad, and Oculasator. And coming in from Vicious, we have Matthew, Sweet Tooth, Palace, and Zach. And this is not the only time tonight we're going to see them. Vicious has another match this evening at 11 that we're also going to be back for. So make sure you hang out with us for a while and see how everybody does. This is going to be great. What do you expect to see tonight in these matches, Ennard?
Oh, not much to expect. It's going to be the same. Lots of passing, lots of shot attempts, lots of stacks everywhere. Just taking their advantage as much as they can and capitalizing on the opponent's mistakes.
Yes. This is going to be great. Pinch Nerve in the Twitch chat. People playing Echo. Yeah, Pinch Nerve. I believe this might be. We have some. Yeah, your team might be in here tonight.
Just
Right?
possibly.
Oh goodness, this is gonna be a great night. I'm so excited to be here. Fun stuff indeed. I cannot believe we're moving through this season so incredibly quickly. And of course, it all wraps up in mid-May, and then we have, of course, VRML Con coming up June the 3rd and 4th in Denver, Colorado, which is going to be a fantastic, fun event. And if you have not gotten those tickets for that, be sure to do so because it's gonna be a great time indeed.
Oh man. I hope to see everybody going. I want to see a lot of Canadians there because I will unfortunately not be able to go. We need people to represent Canada. We need people from all around the world to come represent everyone.
We absolutely do. Okay, so predictions have closed for this match, but if you didn't get in on this one, you will have another chance, as of course we'll have these throughout the evening for you to put those points on and try to earn more. And of course, the easiest way to get more points is to watch more matches. The more you watch, the more you earn. And then you can spend them and use them on whatever you want to, including Cast My Match redemptions and hydrates and sneaky little word sneaks and all sorts of good stuff in there. So make sure that you collect those points this evening.
Oh yeah, we didn't get any word sneaks last night, huh?
We
Hope to see double today.
yeah, you guys
That
have
would be
something to get
fun.
up to. Absolutely.
Nah.
Oh, so thank you guys in the Twitch chat also for joining us tonight. Glad to see you. It's always nice to see familiar faces and familiar names down there popping in to say hello. We are readying up now. I've heard the Fortnutters have already readied up, so hopefully there they go. Vicious is ready up now. Innard, why don't you take us in?
All right, let's get into this here. 4v4 here as we're going to start in round 1 here as the players line up in the tunnels here, getting ready to start. As the last seconds count down, the doors are opening. And let's see who wins this first joust here. Looks very close. As Blue will win that joust. Palace send that down to the left side. Picked up by Mad though, as Mad clears that off the floor and out the tunnel to XA. XA will get that down to the middle as it floats a little bit. The Blue stack will get their first Sweet to send that out into the middle and down the field.
Yep, and that is going to go all the way in. Matthew getting a very quick 3-point shot here. Wow, fantastic play by Vicious. Just 25 seconds in to round 1. Incredible play. I'm interested to see how Fortnite is going to respond to that. You know, they're playing very well in their own right so far this season. And this is going to be a fantastic match. Oculasator quickly grabbing the disc and sending it straight down into the hands of Cam. Cam going to send it back for a reset as the stack moves in, but it's going to go right down to the tunnel into Mad's hands. Mad going to just turn that one around and keep moving down the arena, looking for the best option. Going to find it there on the ceiling to XA. XA sends it back for a reset again to Oculasator. Oculasator just going to keep moving that disc forward. Beautiful pass down to Cam. Going to send it in, but not quite into the goal as Sweet Tooth going to make that grab, sending it right back down, all the way down for another 3 from Matthew.
Get to your launcher.
That was beautiful right there. The clear and then the stack just going right after it there. Matthew putting in the second three of this game here, 19 meters per second. That was impressive there, as it's now 6-0 for Vicious as the joust comes out here. Fortnutters with the advantage once again. Oculusinator with the disc, being very patient here, waiting by the nest, starting to move up now with the pressure holding back. It does get that across to Cam. Cam now waiting, backing up a bit here, send that to XA. XA inverting and passing that down. That will go down the trench in the hands of Cam. Cam send that across the bubble where Mads, they're just barely missing that shot as it just floats away from bubble here. Reset that back to XA now. XA being a little bit patient here, looking for some teammates. We'll send that across Oculusinator. Oculusinator in the bubble, a bit high out of the hands of the player on the post there. As that now XA recovers that. On the wall waiting. We'll send that into the bubble to Oculusinator. Oculusinator shooting up high. Takes the shot. Sweet Tooth saves it, but hand goes into the net, and that is the Fortnutters on the board.
Yeah, that was a great play. They did work that disc right down the arena and were just able to sneak it in. Getting a hand on it, of course, though, Vicious did, and that was unfortunate for them, but great for Fortnutters as the joust advantage goes to Vicious right now. Pal is going to send that disc down to Zach. Zach going to sink it through all the way down into the bubble area, but it's going to be picked up by Cam. Cam getting a little pressure from that stack, but does get that disc down in the arena. Oculusator picks it up in the floor through the midfield, but the Geos do get in the way. Mad going to pop it back anyway as Matthew picks it up.
Matthew will take that shot. That's going to bounce off the backboard, and that will be put in. Sorry, Zach W will take that shot off the backboard and making this 9-2 now. 7 points up for Vicious. Still, really good job here by Fortnutters to be those passes, and just the way that they are playing just very slowly here is really working for them. They just need a couple more shot attempts, I feel like. They definitely can do that, as Cam with the disc now setting that back. That will be blocked, it looked like. Now Palace with the disc moving into the bubble here. Send that across to Matthew. Matthew going in. Matthew with the shot, and Matthew will make this 11-2 with 6.5 minutes to go.
You know, I feel like we're really seeing why Vicious right now is currently at the top of the heap, so to speak. We do have a pause coming in right now from one of these teams. I'm not sure which, but one of them, obviously. Fortnutters have taken a brief pause here. They have up to 5 minutes that they can use, so we'll see how long they hang out with us. All right, so what is going on? We have lots of people in the Twitch chat. Snowy, hello. Snowy, I hope you get those points back that you lost the other night. I still felt bad about that. Good stuff. We've got Butterman down there, and of course, Ennard, Nationalism, Pinch Nerve is in the house, Lolly B, Colton. You guys are so cool for hanging out with us. Tank over there, too. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. We see everybody dancing around the disc right now from Vicious in the arena. Nice to see, indeed, keeping us entertained, putting on a little show for us.
Yeah, it's always fun to see during pauses when one team takes the time out to rework their plan. The other team just loves to have a party around the disc for some reason. It's fun to watch. It's very entertaining and keeps everyone in a good mood, honestly. That's what I feel it is. It's always fun to see one team fooling around, the other team being serious, and then halfway through the game I've noticed it always switches. I don't know why, but I've always seen that happen.
It does seem to do that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty funny. Good observation. We do have Snowy in the Twitch chat asking about Casters and Trainer. Yes. If you go to vrmasterleague.com, to the top of the website, you can find the tab for careers, and you will find a document in there that you can apply, an application that applies for mods and or casters and or anything else that we have that you might want to do. So you can definitely go check that out and join us and have some fun with us. So there you go. That's now you know.
Yeah. No,
The more
honestly,
the better, right, Ennard?
Yeah, exactly. More people. Like, come cast. Come be the ones talking. You be the one explaining what's happening. It's the best thing you could do here.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And you know what I really love, and Ennard, you'll have to tell me your feelings on this. I feel like I learned so much from watching these matches, especially matches like this. Well, you know, aside from the dance parties, which are great, but I feel like I learn a lot about the game, and it's so cool to me to get to see the different, and you could do the same thing by watching those matches, right? You get to see the different play styles of different people and see what works and what doesn't work and how you can adapt and all of that good stuff. So
Oh yeah, definitely. I 100% agree with that. So no matter what level you're watching, you'll always learn something new. That goes for any sport, any game you watch. It's just how it's been forever now.
it is. And Pinch Nerf's asking about the timeout rules. Yes, Pinch Nerf,
Hmm.
I do happen to be familiar with the timeout rules. Each team gets one. That's right, just one, not two, just one. Just one of 5 minutes that they can take after a goal for any reason. If they just want to take a pause and, have a snack, have some fruit gummies or an orange or a glass of water, whatever they would like, they can do that. If they're having a headset issue or whatever, 5 minutes, one time during the game, once per team. That's it. Then they may pause between rounds at any time during that break for up to an additional 4 minutes in addition to that 1 minute that you get. What about in tournaments when they play best of 5 instead of best of 3? Well, that's something that I'll have to go look up because I don't know that answer. They can pause twice. I'm just kidding. The voices in my head are telling me they can pause twice. But that's only in a best of 5. So in a best of 3, we get 1 5-minute pause per team.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me because I forgot the rules myself. I saw pinch caught and was like, I'm gonna let Jeep take that one because I don't remember. I I get confused very easily with everything. Honestly, if I didn't continue casting, I probably would have thought that the 15-minute technical still existed. So
And that's
thank goodness
only
for that.
only only in case of a ping issue. So
Yes.
that you can expand that up to 5 minutes, up to 15 minutes. Now, what's really interesting to me about that is it's up to the other team. If you've paused for longer than 5 minutes, it's up to the other team to unpause that. So
Yeah.
interesting. We are right back in as Fortnutters have that disc on the Joust Occulizator with it. Gonna maneuver away from that stack, getting that disc right to the hands of XA. XA going to send that all the way through. Oh, a missed pass though, and that's going to result in a turnover back to Sweet Tooth. Going to swoop that one up, sending it back into the midfield. The stacks are not quite together yet, but Matthew going to get a hand on it anyway, sinking that 3. Beautiful work, and I have no idea how he turned so quickly. That was amazing.
Yeah, he kind of just like was looking one way and just teleported the other way. It's like I didn't even see the frames load. I don't even know what
Turned.
happened there. Another 3-pointer by Matthew, though, as the joust opens up again. Fortnutters with the advantage here. Occulizator with the disc now. The pressure coming in from Occulizator will get it across to Matthew. Or, sorry, Mad. Mad with the disc now, sending that up high to XA. XA with the disc now waiting. Will go around the attacker and get that to Cam. Cam moving down the floor now, waiting for their teammates to get in here. As Cam moves toward the bubble here at the 1-on-2 here, setting that up high. And that Cam will get that shot in. Putting another goal up on the board for Fortnutters.
Shrinking that lead bit by bit. We're only halfway through this first round, so there is plenty of time. And they're just 10 points down, which is, it's a couple of goals, but as long as they can continue to play like they have the past couple of minutes, they can really make it up pretty quickly. Pounce with that disc, going to send it all the way through, down into the hands of Matthew. Matthew getting some heat from the Fortnutters, however, gets away with the disc, sends it right back up to Zach, who gets it stolen away by Occulizator. Gonna just absolutely pickpocket him, sending that disc down into the trench of the blue end as XA picks it up. As the stacks do come in, defense is heavy right now as they're really putting some pressure on him. Gonna get that disc back across to Occulizator. Occulizator trying to get away, sends it forward to Mad. Mad moving right into that space for a beautiful cut pass to XA for the points. And there we go. They are shrinking that lead.
Yeah, the passing was beautiful on that. It went across the bubble, down the bubble, then back across the bubble, and then into the goal there. Lots of passes. I bet there were lots of callouts to that as well here. Shrinking this lead down now to 8 points here. As Vicious with the Joust, Palace will send that down. Occulizator will pick that up though. As send it across to XA. Now XA going for that 3 will shoot it off the Pac-Man, but will recover it here. As XA sends that across to Mad cutting. Mad will put that shot in. And it is now a 6-point game.
Crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so one thing that's interesting to me is Fortnutters are really killing the twos. They're really getting really close. They're working that just right into the bubble. where Vicious has been, all of their goals so far, except for one, have been a 3-point goal. So that's a very interesting dynamic between the two teams. That disc is all the way down into the bubble. They are trying to get to it. Vicious picks it up. Matthew with the disc loses possession. And Palace going to pop it over to Sweet Tooth. Oh, what a save by Mad. That was insane. Going to send that disc right back through the tunnel, all the way down into the blue end of the arena as it's picked up by Sweet Tooth. Going to send right back, though. They are just going to keep passing this disc back and forward, moving that one through. Matthew with it now, going to hang on to it and looking for the best option. That defense is back where they need to be. So Matthew going to have to work around them. Sends that one over to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth sending it into Palace for a gorgeous cut pass. Beautiful play by Vicious.
Beautiful passing there. That, once again, another just back and forth passing around the bubble there is what gets them another goal here. Those cut passes are very brutal, especially when nobody's being covered there. And that's, once again, turning another goal around here. As Oculator with the disc now setting that straight to Mad. Mad with the disc now. Mad resetting it back to Oculator. As the pressure comes in here, Oculator is getting away. Will send that across. That will go down. Didn't get to anybody specifically, but Zach W will steal that here. As Palace now with the disc. Backing away here with the stack. Looks like they're going to clear that here. It'll be stolen by Oculator, though. Oculator juking a little bit here. Bit of pressure. Oculator will get that away over to Mad now. Mad with the disc. Mad, once again, with pressure, will send that back to Oculator as Oculator moves down the field. Back to Mad now. Mad moving toward the bubble. Will get stolen by Matthew, though, as Matthew throws that one out and down the field.
They are so incredibly aggressive right now. Sweet Tooth picking that one up, sending it all the way in for a 3. What a gorgeous, gorgeous shot by Sweet Tooth. Holy cat. That was amazing.
Yeah, I didn't really, was that under the shield or was that from the side? I blinked again. That's the problem.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Oculator with the disc now straight to Cam. Cam will send that across to Mad. Mad with the disc is waiting for their teammates to come in here. Mad across the field to XA. XA inverted moving down toward the bubble. XA's taking that shot right past the goalie, making this a 10-19 game. With a minute to go.
That was a brave shot right there.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't even slow down. He just keep working up there. 1 minute left on the clock. Vicious at a 9-point lead. They're probably feeling pretty comfortable right about now, but we will see. Palace going to send that one quickly down to Zach. Zach going to send it all the way down the arena into the bubble. Not quite going to connect, though. Sweet Tooth having to try to get to it, but Oculator is putting some heat on. Matthew going to come out with that disc, losing possession. Sweet Tooth picks it up, moving right in, going to ding it off the ring, off the backboard, and that's going to give Cam that opportunity to make that clear, sending it right back down. Oh my goodness, I thought that was going in. It's going to be Oculator with that disc moving it in, and it's good. And they get 2 more points on the board.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. 12-19 now with 20 seconds to go. They won't be able to come back from this, but Fortnutters being really strong here. I believe that they're going to be coming strong to the second round here. And Tank VR5, thank you for the hydrate. I don't have a water bottle again, unfortunately.
I do. I drank for you too, Enter.
Yeah. And that will be the first round here, with Vicious taking round 1, 19-12.
What a round. Okay, so kind of what I expected to see out of Vicious, to be honest with you. They are the best of the best for a reason. Their stacks are on point. Their passes are exactly where they need to be. Looking very, very good for this season. And always fun to see them play, and a great group of people, in fact, as well. Fortnutters are surprising me. They have really come in very hard, very aggressive. Of course, we have, several names on the team that we know and love, and they're definitely giving us a fantastic match, and this is great. Now, round 2, I thoroughly expect to see Fortnutters come in with a vengeance and really, really attack Vicious. We have lost Zach W over on the Vicious side temporarily. Not sure what's going on, but hopefully he will be right back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's back.
He's back now, yeah. Back to equal 4-4 here. That round, as you can see the stats under the screen there, they're very equal right now. Lots of assists across the board and goals from everyone on each team here. Just like we've said, very even game. It's just who makes less mistakes, and in that first round, Vicious seemed to be the one with less mistakes. But definitely, as the second round comes in here, Fortnutters finished off strong, and they're going to come out strong as well.
And we do have a pass lost my match redemption down there by Pinch Nerve for Fortnutters. So we will see them again for sure. And of course, that is the best way to guarantee that you get your match casted, is using that. Sweet Tooth with the disc right now, going to send that one all the way down into the hands of Zach W, looking for the open goal, but Cam was home just in time, gonna make that grab, sending it right back out of the hands of XA. XA all the way through into the bubble and off the wall, and it's not quite gonna be picked up as the stack heads that disc. Oculazator are gonna pop it back to XA. XA sends it back to Ock back to XA, moving in, and it is good. And Fortnutters are on the board first in round 2.
Oh, that was a beautiful play there. The back and forth and back, and then oh man, that's beautiful. Reminds me of some of the plays that you see in professional hockey, man. That's amazing. And Vicious here with the advantage, the joust advantage. Palace send that to Zach W. Zach W will get stunned, but will send that across, but it will be picked up by Mad now. Oculazator with the disc now. Send that across to Cam. Cam moving toward the bubble. Bit low on that shot there, as it will be free floating a bit here. Chase for it. Oculazator will pick it up once again. Oculazator will send it into the bubble. Nice 3. And it is 5-0 here with under 9 minutes to go.
Yeah, they're right at 8:44. Like I said, I had a feeling they were going to come out with something to prove here in round 2. They have 2 unanswered goals here. Well, let's see, 4 unanswered goals since Vicious scored last. So definitely coming back hard. Cam going to send that one in, going to ding it off the ring though, and back out again. Oculazator trying to get to it, but it's going to be Zach who picks it up. Sends that one right back down to the hands of Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth turning that one around, looking for the open goal, and it is good. And they are on the board here in round 2.
And there we go, the answered goal here. As it's now a 1-goal game here, 5-3. They just need a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer to take the 1-point lead. Got about 8 minutes to go here as the joust comes out, and yeah, just like last round, it's a pretty equal game here. And see how how Fortnutters responds here. Oculazator with the disc. Immediately send that to Mad. Mad will set. Oh no, Mad will get stunned there as Palace picks the disc. Send that down low, just out of the hands of Oculazator there, as the disc is free floating here. Matthew will pick the disc. Matthew with that 3, and Matthew will get that 3, making this still a 1-goal game, but now 6-5 for Vicious.
Well, that's kind of what we expected to see. They are really good at those open threes, and I don't know if Fortnutters are just not getting, they're not leaving somebody far enough back. I don't know. But interesting as they take that lead here in round 2. Cam sends that one quickly down to XA. XA looking at a nice spot there for a goal. Gonna send that one in. Mad is off of Sweet Tooth. Well done. And Fortnutters take the lead again, and it is a 1-point game. I love this so much.
Yeah, it's always fun watching back and forth games. Keeps everyone on their heels. It keeps the players on their heels. And it's just really fun in general for everyone. As Palace with the disc now setting that high, and that will go down into the valley area as it is slapped away by Cam, it looked like, as now Zach W with the disc. Zach W sending on the right tunnel, and that will get picked up by XA here, as XA with the disc with a bit of pressure. XA will send it down to Oculazator. Oculazator backing up here, taking a bit of time and a bit of space, sending that to Mad now. Mad back to Oculazator. Bit of pressure coming in there as Oculazator sends that down low to Cam. Cam underneath. Cam from below. Cam will put that shot in. It is 9-6 with 6:20 to go.
So much time. Also, thank you there in the Twitch chat for the sub. We greatly appreciate you. And we are so thankful that you guys are here, because without you, we wouldn't be here. So we're glad that you are with us. Joust advantage going back over to Vicious right now as Palace picks that disc up, sending it right down through the midfield. Beautiful pass down to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth quickly gets that one across to Matthew. Matthew gonna back it over. Oh, to Sweet Tooth is not quite gonna connect. Zach gonna be able to get a hand on it. Pops it back to Palace for a reset. Palace gonna send that one deep, but it's gonna go in the hands of XA, who's gonna send it down for the clear all the way into the blue end with an open goal. And Cam putting a 3 on the board for Fortnutters.
Cam putting that in now. 12-6, 6-point lead for Fortnutters here. Still 5:30 to go. Plenty of time for Vicious to come back here, and plenty of time for Fortnutters to extend their lead here. So now as the joust comes out here, Vicious with the joust advantage. Palace with the disc, sending that to Zach W. Zach W alone, sending that low down to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth taking that 3. Sweet Tooth will put in that 3. And the lead is now cut down to 1 goal.
It certainly is, and we are halfway through this second round. And of course, round one went to Vicious, so they would like to take round two. And of course, Fortnutters would like to take this round, so we get a third. And
Yeah.
I am here for whatever they do. Oculator going to get that disc down to Cam. Cam going to send it all the way down to XA. Beautiful pass right down into the hands of Mad. Going to sink that one in. Not quite going to go in as it's back again. Zach making that clear, sending it right down to the tunnel. However, the stack was there, and Oculator is in possession of that disc. Gonna lose it though, and it is anyone's right now. Matthew gonna pop that one off, sending it down through the upper trench, but Oculator gonna get a hand on it. Zach gonna finish it off, and they are just 1 point behind.
Oh man, once again, we're back to a 1-point game here. 4 minutes, there's still lots of time here. We could very easily see this game go up to like 17-16 or even 20-20 something. Who knows? As Fortnutters with the joust now, Oculator with the disc, being very patient here as the pressure came in and is waiting for him to them throw it here. As Cam now with the disc resetting that back to Oculator. Oculator now on the ceiling. Faking the throw now, making that throw, and that's going to XA. XA with the disc sending that low down to Mad. Mad walking in on the one-on-one as the defense comes back. Will be reset there? Oculator with the disc now. Looking, we'll send that across to XA. XA inverted on the ceiling. Moving toward the bubble, sending that down low. Nice block by Sweet Tooth there to clear that one out into the orange territory.
Yep, and that disc is going to go all the way down as the stacks move in. Oculator able to get a hand on it, but gets stunned out, losing possession, and that disc is still not in. How that did not go in, I don't know, but it is not, and that is what matters. Oculator sends that to XA. XA just going to keep moving that one down the arena. Beautiful send. However, it does get hung up on the midfield. Geo's Mad trying to get there. Does get a slap off of it, but Palace able to pick it up and send it right back again, all the way down to the bubble. Oculator is there and gonna make that grab, sending it right through the tunnels. Oh, it's coming back again though as Matthew sends it. They're changing possession so fast. Cam with that disc gonna send it up into the hands of Mad. Mad turning that one around, sending it in, but it's gonna bounce off the shield. Who put that there?
Yeah, that's gonna go off the shield there. That's gonna just get picked up. Oculator with that 3 from above here. Putting this in, making this 15-11 now. 4-point game. With just under 3 minutes to go here, Vicious now with the just advantage here. I believe they've definitely come back from worse. From what I've seen, they can come back from this as well. Let's see how it happens here as Palace sends that down the right side to Matthew. Matthew with the disc now, looking as Matthew looks, sending that low down to Zach W. Zach W moving in toward the bubble here. Zach W will get stunned out there though. As they chase for a disc here, Oculator will pick that disc up, clearing that one all the way down the field as the stacks come in here. They will get that first. Matthew with the disc now, inverting and waiting here. Matthew, as the pressure comes in, Matthew backing up. Matthew will send that down, and that will be sent to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth immediately send that down the field, and now in the bubble.
Right through the hands of Palace, just going to delicately place that one in the goal, and they are just down 1 goal right now. Well played, very, very patient on their part. Vicious definitely taking their time on that one, and you know they have that. They could certainly get 1 more goal. A minute and a half is still a lot of time in Echo Arena. Just advantages in the hands of Fortnutters as Oculator grabs that disc, going to send it nicely down to XA. XA trying to get away from Sweet Tooth. We'll see what they are going to do here in a moment. Looking to send that disc all the way through. Oh, nice pass. I did not see Mad hanging out down there. Sends that one across the arena to Cam. Cam sending it high right into perfect pass over to Oculator again. Ock moving in, sends it to Mad. Oh no, Matthew for the steal. Gonna send that disc right back out as Palace all the way through and into the bubble area as Zach picks it up, sinking it in for the 3, and Vicious takes the lead.
Oh boy, 15-16 here. We've got 40 seconds to go. 1-point game here. Very close here. This is going to be a final play of who can hold this lead longer. As Oculator with the disc now, being very patient, trying to save as much time, or kill as much time as possible to gain that lead. Oculator to Mad. Mad back to Oculator now, sending that once again back to Mad. Mad will fake that and send it high up to XA. XA moving in toward the bubble now, looking around if there's any pressure. XA moving in. XA will take that shot, and XA will put that in. 17-16 with 15 seconds to go.
Oh Oh my goodness. Okay, well, you know what? We wanted it. We got it. We get a round 3. Well done by Fortnutters. I almost lost their name. I almost called them a different name. Beautiful job. Fantastic play. And somebody in the Twitch chat a few moments ago, I want to address this, had said, wouldn't it be embarrassing for them to lose? To, for Vicious to lose to Fortnutters? No, absolutely not. These players are all amazing. Fortnutters is currently sitting in 5th place in the United States, in North America, I should say. And Vicious is currently in 1st. So these guys want competition. Nobody wants to be sitting at the top with nobody to play, right? They want somebody who's going to come in and be aggressive and put up good games. That's what they want, just like any of us want that. So I don't think that a loss to any team at this caliber would be embarrassing for anybody. I think that you would be proud of where you are, because these teams are phenomenal.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you explained it perfectly there. I don't really know how to add to that. Exactly. Like, any team could play. Like Vicious versus whoever the 10th place team are now. It's still very close. They're diamond. They have very similar players. Like, everybody is very close. It's just off who got 1 extra goal in this game versus this person got 2 extra goals in that game, and that's why one's in 1st and one's in 4th or whatever.
Or one missed pass, can result in that turnover that cost those extra points. So here we are. We are where we want to be. We have a round 3 between these incredible teams. We just get to see more of them this evening. Neutral joust once again. This is the round that matters. Doesn't matter the scores for the other two. That disc is quickly down into the blue bubble, but going to be sent right back out again, all the way down into the orange in the arena. Cam going to pick it up, turning it around, sending it right back into Mad's hands. Mad's just going to keep moving that disc forward, keeping an eye on everybody in the arena. Gets it off just before getting stunned. Now, Oculazator with an open goal. Not quite going to go in just yet, as Sweet Tooth going to pick it up and make that clear, sending it all the way back down and in off the back wall.
There we go. As Mad with the disc now, saving that in the bubble. Oculazator with the disc will relay that across to XA. XA will send that low all the way down to Cam. Cam taking that shot. Matthew did turn around in time, making that save here. As the disc is turned around, Zach W with the disc clearing that down the middle. Will be blocked by Mad though. Sweet Tooth stunning Mad and taking the disc. As send that across to Matthew. Matthew with that 3. Nice save by Cam. But Zach W will pick up that disc and put it in, making this 2-0 here in the first minute of the game.
Fantastic save, and I'm kind of sad that they were persistent and followed it up, but of course, which is exactly what we want to see them do, right? You want to see them keep trying and keep pushing that disc into the goal. Right now, Fortnutters coming out with the joust advantage. That's going to be Oculazator with that disc, sending that one, trying to avoid that stack, and across the arena to Mad. Mad going to send it right back again. That stack is not together anymore, as Oculazator does get away from them. Sends that disc all the way down to the hands of Cam. Cam going to turn it around, looking for that shot. Going to find XA on the ceiling as the stack moves in. Going to put it back for a nice little reset to Mad. And just keeps walking that disc forward. Sends that one over to Oculazator. Oculazator looking for the cut. Going to find XA. XA loses possession. Oh my goodness, it is not over. There we go. Palace going to make that clear, sending that one out. That was close. Excellent defensive work on Vicious's part.
Yeah, they're going to leave the disc free-floating for a minute here as Matthew finally picks up the disc. Will get stolen by XA, though. That getting sent into bubble. Matt with the disc on the shoulder. Matt with the... Matt from the shoulder anchor will get that shot in. Tying this game here at the 8-minute mark. As... Vicious with the joust advantage here now. Well, 3rd round in a row we've had very close scoring here. Each round has had a bit less scoring, as you can see. 2-2 here now. As Palace with the disc here, Palace will send that low, and that will go all the way down the field. Will hit off that star, though, as disc is floating a bit here. Will be picked up by Matthew here. Matthew sending that in towards Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth going for that shot. Nice save there. But Zach W will recover that once again, putting that in and bringing Vicious's lead here by 2 now.
Just 1 goal difference with 7 minutes left on the clock. I could not ask for a better match. Now, interestingly enough, we are seeing Vicious come in this 3rd round with 2s. They've had 2. Both of the goals have been 2-point goals, which has not been what we've seen from them in the first 2 rounds. So interesting mix-up, because they're having to adjust to Fortnutters as they're getting back on defense pretty strongly. That disc right now down in the hands of Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth going to keep walking that one through the midfield. Going to send it high into the trench for trying to get it down there as the stack does move in. That's Palace with that disc, going to sink that one in, and they take a 4-point lead.
Palace there had a lot of pressure, just barely able to squeeze through that attack and get that disc in there. That was really nice movement there with 3 players on them there. As Fortnutters with the joust advantage there, I'm losing their name now as well here. Oculusator with the disc now, moving down the right side as the pressure patiently waits for them to make the first move here. Send that up to XA now. XA will send that across to Cam. Cam waiting here. Cam will send that across to Mad. Mad with the disc now, moving down the field here. Pressure not really being very aggressive. We'll send them up into the bubble. XA will leave the bubble, send them back to Oculusator now, resetting, taking their time. As Oculusator now in the center of the blue field here, send that up into the bubble. XA on the ceiling. XA will take that shot. Nice save by Sweet Tooth. Oculusator will recover that clear though, as it takes a shot there. Matthew, nice save once again here, sending that off into the corner. And Palace will clear that down into the orange bubble.
Definitely will, as it's going to bounce off the shield. Oh, Sweet Tooth just going to pop it in. It was going in, by the way, but you know, time might not have allowed, and it might have allowed for that save.
Yeah.
Well done. We do see some new friendly faces coming into Twitch chat. I've got to say a shout out to Lolly B for saying hello. Thank you so much. It's great to see you. Welcome, JJ Twins. We've seen you play recently. Fantastic job. Keep up the good work. Fortnutters coming out with the joust advantage right now as Oculusator quickly sends that disc down to Mad. Mad going to hang on to it for a moment as the stacks do move through. And send it back to Oculusator for a nice midfield reset. Popping it forward. Gonna get hung up on the Geos. Cam's trying to get to it and is going to be successful at that. Sends it right back to Oculusator again. 5 minutes left on the clock as they are running out of time. Still, you know, they're still fine, but it's definitely moving. Cam gonna sink that one up to Mad for a grab and sinking that one in for the 2. They are shrinking that lead.
Mad was 2 steps ahead of that play there. The frame that disc went into Mad's head. Mad's just like, yeah, that's my goal, and put that in immediately. That happened so fast, I didn't blink. It was so fast, I didn't blink.
I agree.
That Palace with the disc now, and that will send that across to Zach. Zach send that all the way down the field into the orange bubble now. Cam with the disc, sending that down the middle, will be picked up by XA. XA will bring pressure there. We'll get stunned out. Matthew with the disc. Matthew moving in. Nice save by Mad. Mad will clear that disc out. And the stacks are there to chase. Nope, picked up by Zach, stopping that clear all the way down. Zach W will send that downfield to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth on the one-on-one here will get stopped by Cam. And Cam will clear that disc down into the center of the... No, it's going to go toward the center of the field now. And disc free floating a little bit here.
Incredible. The saves right now for we've got 4 saves from several people in the arena right now already. XA, Mad, and Sweet Tooth coming in already with 4 saves each, which is wild, but we have seen it, and they are doing a fantastic job. Right now, that disc is anyone's as Zach picks it up. Zach W going to send it all the way down into the floor. The stack's moving in. Matthew going to take that 3, sinking that one in, getting another beautiful set of points up there for Vicious.
Yeah, Vicious is starting to pull away with this lead here, but Fortnutters is not stopping their pressure. Like you said, they've got 4 saves each. That is a lot of saves and a lot of effort to make those saves. Saving in this game is not as easy as it looks. Trust me, it looks easy, like they make it look really nice, but it is very difficult, especially with every single thing that could go wrong. Tracking, delay, and Wi-Fi, everything. And just the amount of saves is amazing here, as taking that shot there, but Sweet Tooth will make that save, sending it away. Zach W this now sending that down into the middle of the orange field, as Oculusator, only one chasing that, will pick it up and send it down the right tunnel here, sending that all the way down into the blue bubble now. Will go into the hands of Mad. Mad underneath here, waiting for a pass. Will pass to Cam on that cut, and Cam will put that goal in, closing down Vicious's lead.
Yeah, definitely taking some points off there, getting shrinking that lead, like you said. They're really working that, and they're trying to get back up there. And we saw it in round 2. They're definitely there. They're fantastic play. Matthew with the disc right now, gonna send that one over to Zach. Zach gonna send it through the tunnel all the way down to Sweet Tooth with an open goal for the 3, stretching that lead again. Vicious said, yeah, this is what we do.
Yeah, exactly. like we've been saying the whole time, it is a very equal game. The differences would probably be those 3-pointers that Vicious keeps getting, given that one extra point is what's pushing up that lead here. As Oculusator sends that to Cam, Cam will send that to XA. XA cutting, sending that across to Mad, who's cutting in. Mad will take that shot! Sweet Tooth with the save, but it will be self-gold once again here, making it 8-14 now.
Yep, a minute 20 seconds left on the clock. Boy, oh boy. Vicious definitely wants to polish this one off and be done with it. Fortnutters is going to continue to fight hard like we have seen so far. Palace with that disc right now, sending that disc right through the midfield, all the way down in the hands of Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth moving in as it's a 3v1. A goalie stun, and Sweet Tooth putting up the 2, stretching that lead to 8.
We got 8 goalie. We got a minute to go here. Not looking very good for Fortnutters, but they won't give up here as Fortnutters have been doing this entire game. They're not giving up, and they're going to keep pushing here and try to get as many goals as they can. As Oculusator will send that to Cam. Cam will send that to XA. XA will take that shot over to Mad. Mad will try to go for that shot, but will get stunned. As XA recovers that disc, will get stunned, though, as Matthew with the disc now clearing that. Oculusator will stop it, but Palace will steal it, sending that one all the way down the field into the orange bubble here. Both players are going to miss it there as Matthew picks the disc up. Matthew on the ceiling will bounce that. Will hit the post, though. Is that a Sweet Tooth Wilson up high here? The disc does get cleared out into the middle of the field as the last 10 seconds of the game come here. Oculusator clearing that one out. That will go low here as it is free floating with Matthew clearing that one out. And the clock will tick down. Sweet Tooth taking that last final shot there. And that is Vicious taking the win 16-8 in round 3.
Fantastic play. And you guys, we've got another match that we've got to bump to real quick, but we do have 3 more for you. Aperture taking on Hoplites, OFC versus the Arena Rats, and then we will see Vicious again as they take on Sane Wolves at 11 this evening. So fantastic, more matches. Don't go far. We will be right back in just a second. All right, we are back. I told you just be a second. Okay, this round we have Aperture over on the orange team as they take on Hoplites over on the blue team. Andrew, tell me what you know about these teams.
Oh, this is going to be another fun match here. 2 very close teams. Hoplites on the blue team here. Bronze 4, 283rd. And Aperture on orange here. Silver 2, 285th here. So once again, very close here on the board here. 2 spots away from each other here. Very close. All the players seem to have very similar past experiences as well here. So this is going to be another very fun game once again.
And prediction poll is live right now. You have a minute 20 seconds left to get those points up there. So pick your players and see if you can earn some more points. Also, to those of you in the Twitch chat, I do see you. Matthew, you are very welcome. Pinchnerve, you are very welcome. I appreciate you guys saying thank you. It means a lot, and we always love to get to cast you. So keep playing. All right, give us more games to cast. We love it so very, very much. Yes, Aperture coming in over on the orange side. We have Hollow Jack, Jessicat, Crimson, and Nyquin. And over on Hoplites is the Gray Gazelle, FTW Vortex, Rip Presto, and the Reaper Dragon. And I can tell you right now, Jessicat, if she's playing goalie tonight, she is quite the goalie. So this is going to be a fun match indeed.
Yeah. Not much to say here. Teams should be ready up in a minute now here. I hope everyone is excited. Jeep, you excited for this game?
I'm excited for this game. I love getting to catch games like this. This is going to be a good one. A lot of people in the arena right now that I know, which is a lot of fun too. And I don't even know what to expect right now. I only put 10 points on a team just so I could put something on for a prediction, but I don't know what to expect right now.
Yeah. Would you like to take first round joust?
Yes, let's jump right in. They are ready, and they are beginning now. They've got just a few more moments before those doors open, and they come flying into the arena. We will see who is going to take possession of that disc first. It is going to be Aperture. Crimson going to send that one all the way down into the bubble and across as the stacks do come in, and Hollow Jack going to pick it up. Sends it back to Nyquin, but Nyquin was covered and stunned out. Going to cost possession there, but Jessicat does get it back to Nyquin again. Nyquin in, but Rip Presto for the save. Going to send that disc right back into the midfield.
Yeah, that's going to be floating on the midfield for a second here as Crimson picks up that disc as the pressure right behind them there. We'll send it across to Jessicat. Jessicat will be a little bit patient here, waiting for their teammates to get in place here. Resetting that back to Nyquin now, as Nyquin sending that down low, and that will go to Crimson here. A couple extra rounds here. Crimson will get that. There will be a trade in stuns, and the disc is floating a bit here as Vortex picks it up. That will be blocked by Hollow Jack, and Hollow Jack will put in the first goal of this game, making it 2-0 after the first minute of play.
Not bad indeed. So happy to see points on the board already in this first round. Joust advantage is over on the Hoplite side. We'll see what they do with it, how quickly they're going to respond and get some points up there. Not real sure what to expect just yet. Gray Gazelle going to send it down to Vortex. Vortex keep moving that disc down the arena, down to the floor. Beautiful pass down to Rip. Rip moving right into that space. Oh, going to send it to the cut pass to the Reaper Dragon. That was quite a play. And Hoplites is on the board here in round 2.
Yeah, you love to see these amazing passes back and forth. You know that it's going to be a fun game when you see passing plays like this early in the game. And I'm expecting to see these throughout the entire game here. As Aperture with the disc now, Jessicat will send it down to Crimson. Crimson being a little bit patient here as letting their stack move in a bit. Crimson will get stunned though as Vortex picks up that disc, sending that one down. That will go high. It will not get into the blue bubble though. Just as Presto missed it there. Crimson will recover that now. As Crimson going down the side of the wall will back away from the pressure, sending that one down the middle of the field. Had a little bit of a delay there, but that will be floating. But here's Hollow Jack now with the disc, looking for some passes. Hollow Jack will send that down low to Nyquin. Nyquin moving in, stolen by the Reaper Dragon though, and that will be cleared out into the middle of the field.
Will be Crimson's going to pick it up, though, and send it right back down into the blue bubble as that disc is going across the back wall. It's going to be picked up by Rip. Rip Presto going to send it right back out again. The Geos do hang it up, though, and that's going to be Crimson making that grab. Crimson going to turn it around and continue to move that disc down the arena, looking for the best option as stunners are coming in, and that's going to be Crimson for the shot, and it is good. Aperture taking a lead here with 7 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, very close game here. Not much scoring. The thing with less scoring games is it's either really fun because there's lots of passing and shooting, or it's just not much, or it's either lots of scoring and not a lot of passing and shooting. I enjoy watching both, but I feel the passing one is always more fun because it's a lot closer and you see a lot more teamwork in the teams here. As Presto with that disc, sending that up to Reaper Dragon. Reaper Dragon going in. Reaper Dragon will take that shot, tying this game with 6.5 minutes to go.
Yep, and wow, okay, I didn't see that coming. They're definitely giving us a fantastic match, which is always wonderful to see. I love those well-balanced matches like we are seeing right now. I'm curious. I've got Moxie down there in the Twitch chat saying keeping a close eye on this match, and I'm curious as to why. So you'll have to enlighten us right now. Definitely put in a bunch of points, it looks like, and definitely wanting the team that they put their points on to win. So we'll see. Nyquin right now with that disc, gonna keep walking that one down, looking for the best option. Gonna feel a little heat from Reaper Dragon as he steals that disc right away, sending it deep all the way into the bubble, off the back wall and out again. Stacks are flying in. Oh, a little aggressive run in over there between two of those players, and that disc is right back in the hands of Crimson right now for a clear, sending that one through into the trap area. Picked up by Presto. Presto sending it right back again into the bubble to Vortex. Vortex moving right in, but it is going to be in. Hoplites taking the lead.
Well, I couldn't really tell. There looked like to be a little bit of lag there, but it looked like the player did catch it there. It looked like Crimson caught it, but a little bit of a Chicago look like there as the shot does get slammed in here, making this a one-goal game once again. 5 minutes to go as Jessica with the disc now sending that right to Nyquin. Nyquin will send that down low there. Will get picked up by Grey Gazelle though, as Grey Gazelle sends that low down into the middle of the field now. Will be picked up by Jessica though. Jessica send that to Nyquin once again. Nyquin send that in toward the bubble there. Old Crimson was stunned though, and Reaper Dragon will clear that out to Presto. Presto will clear that. Jessica blocking that clear though, sending that across, but Grey Gazelle will steal that once again, clearing that one down into the orange territory here. Stacks coming in once again here. Grey Gazelle with the shot with that underhand throw, the three, and will just get past the hand of the goalie there.
Yep, and you know what? They are taking a nice little lead here. It's still plenty of time though. 4.5 minutes left in this first round. And, well, we'll see what Aperture does here with it, how quickly they can respond to that disc. Jessica with the disc now, going to send that one through the tunnel and all the way down, but Vortex going to grab that one, ducking around Nyquin, going to send it all the way down into the bubble and back out again as Hollow Jack grabs that disc. Oh, going to bounce it off of Reaper Dragon's head, not quite out yet, but they are certainly fighting for it. Grip Presto grabs that disc, sending it right back down the hands of Reaper Dragon. Reaper Dragon moving in, sending it for a bounce shot. Go a little bit wide though, and sending it right back out again, where Crimson picks that one up, trying to get it through and narrowly avoids the head of one of the Hoplite players over there. Oh, Jessica gonna swoop it up, moving right into the bubble, looking for the cut pass, gonna find it with Crimson, and they shrink that lead to 3. You know what? I'm gonna grab a sip of Dr. Pepper. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, let's go. Oh, okay, 6-9 here. 3 point. We're still at a 1-point game right now here. 3 minutes to go. Jeep, I'm not sure if you're listening right now, but I love the way you snuck that in. I want a Dr. Pepper myself now.
I am.
But Grey Gazelle with the disc. Now on the left side there, disc is floating around here. It will be picked up by Crimson though, as Crimson bounces that off the tunnel and out into the popcorn area. Hollow Jack with the disc will get stunned though as the disc floats a bit. Presto will clear that one out into the opposite popcorn area as Vortex now with the disc sending that low into the bubble. And that will go up toward Reaper Jack. Will pick that from behind the net off of Nyquin's head, extending their lead to 5.
Yeah, own goals, man. Boy, do they I hate them. But you know what? It's part of the game, and that is okay. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock here in round 1, and of course, it's always the best 2 out of 3. We do have a hydrate coming in from 7 days, always coming in clutch, helping us casters out. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to take a sip of water. But first, I'm going to announce that Crimson just scored off of Grey Gazelle's head and shrinking that lead to just 3 points.
I wish I had a Dr. Pepper. I need to get one. I'll get one eventually. For the next game, I'll have one. Next game, I will have one here. As 3-point game once again, 2 minutes to go. Anything can happen here as Grey Gazelle with the disc now. Sending that down the right tunnel there to Vortex. Vortex will be a bit patient. They're sending that down low to Presto. Presto will be backing away here as Reaper Dragon now moving into it, taking that shot, sending it low, and we'll put that in, making this an 8-13 game once again. A 5-point lead for Hoplites.
Yep. Nicely done. They're doing they're both, you know what, both teams are doing a really great job. I expect to see some more of the same kind of gameplay as what we're seeing right now. They're doing excellent. Jessica with that disc, going to send it right through the tunnel, through the midfield, I'm sorry, and into Nyquin's hands. Going to send it back for a reset. Not quite going to connect, and that disc is going to bounce off the shield. Crimson does get a hand on that one, sending it quickly down to the hands of Nyquin again as that stack is occupied with Jessica back there. Sending that one all the way through into the bubble. They're going to have to race to get to it, but it is going to be Hoplites getting to it first, sending it right back out into the midfield for a clear.
Yeah, Nyquin with the disc once again, blocking that, getting all the way out here. Sending that down low, will be picked up by Crimson. Crimson taking that shot, will just go a bit wide of the net there, as Vortex will now clear that out and is now floating around the trap on the left side, floating right toward the middle. Crimson with the disc, bit of pressure. Crimson will escape that, as Hollowjack now with the disc around the middle here. Hollowjack moving in, will send that low. Nobody will pick it up, but Crimson will recover off the bounce and put that disc in, making it a 3-point game with 30 seconds to go.
Just one goal. Okay, so if Hoplites makes a mistake right here on the joust and Aperture can polish it off, then we will see in overtime. They're gonna have to move really, really quickly, and it's not gonna happen as Grey Gazelle gets a hand on that disc quickly, sending that one down into the trap area. Nicely done.
Yeah. Close game though.
Moxie, I agree. I see you there. OT, please, Moxie says. I agree. That's that's what I wanted. I was hoping so much. But you know what?
As well.
That's okay. We're gonna get a second round right here in just a minute.
Exactly.
So it's all good. It's all good. All right. So what do you think's gonna change in round 2?
Ooh, what will change? That's a great question. I feel that nothing really will change in general, but I feel like the way of like the speed of the game might change. I feel like Aperture's slow down a bit more, take some more time to make sure they're getting those passes straight. And I feel like Hoplites are going to go a bit faster, putting more pressure as they have a game up in advantage now. Or at least that's what I would do if I were either team.
Right. In my opinion, here's what we normally see here is the team that won round 1 doesn't really make any adjustments because they're sitting pretty right now. They're happy with their performance. This is where the team that didn't win round 1 goes in and they start talking and they say, hey, this is how we need to change things. We've seen how they play now. We can make adjustments. And I'm really hoping that Aperture is able to do some of that and makes those adjustments on the fly and come back in and take round 2. I would love to see a round 3 out of these two teams tonight.
Yeah, we would definitely see a round 3 here, as I believe here. Arwin VR in the chat, who won the last match. Hoplites won the last match here, as Crimson... Oh, sorry, last match. Yeah, Vicious won the last match. My bad. Yeah, Grey Gazelle with the disc now off of that joust. Setting that down. That will be floating around the center here. Reaper Dragon taking that 3, will bounce off, will go a bit wide of the net there, as it will a little bit of a drop there here. Vortex slapping and will hit the shield, unfortunately, as Grey Gazelle recovers that, sending it into the bubble now. Picked up by Jessica. Jessica will stand off the wall and try to get that out. Grey Gazelle will block that clear, though, as Grey Gazelle moving into the bubble, as Crimson stuns the player there and clears that one out.
And that disc is going to be right there, bouncing around, free floating as everybody does overshoot. It's going to be Jessica picking it up, trying to get it down into Nyquin's hands. Not quite going to work as Nyquin does get a hand on it, flicking it out of the area there, trying to get it away from all the coverage. Crimson moving in with that disc. It's a 1v1, and it is good. And Aperture takes the first points for round 2.
Another close game here. A minute in. We have another goal. It's a repeat of last round, but now mirrored. So, let's see mirrored scored. Let's see a third round. And let's see an overtime. I want to see an overtime. It's been a full day since I've seen overtime. Oh, Grey Gazelle will drop that disc, though. As the disc will be floating a bit here. Will be recovered by Reaper Dragon here. As Reaper Dragon sends that one low. That will float around a bit here as Crimson picks up, setting that back down here. Oh, past the hand of the defense there, as Nyquin with the disc now. Being a little bit patient here on the side of the wall as there's a lot of commotion in front of the bubble there. We'll send that low, but will be picked up by Vortex, and Vortex will clear that one out into the middle now.
That is going to be in the hands of Nyquin right now, turning that disc around, looking for the best option as Vortex moving in on them. Send that disc all the way down to Hollow Jack. Hollow Jack moving in. Oh, going to send it back for a reset instead to Crimson. A little too tight of coverage there. Sends that one back up to Hollow Jack, and it is good. And Aperture taking a 4-point lead with 7 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I think Aperture has been I've noticed that they've been slowing the game a bit down here. Like I said, I wonder if they were listening to me. That
You
I
know,
don't know.
they seem to not be panicking, which is
Yeah, either way, it's
very
working.
nice. They're staying calm, which I think is definitely helping them right now.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's now 4-0 for them, and HollowJack will seal that disc there from Presto, and will clear that one into the middle of the field here. Bit slow, though. Ooh, will get stunned. Will be picked up by Reaper Dragon. It looks like Grey Gazelle we have lost them. And the disc now off the shield there will be picked up by Presto. Presto moving in. Nyquin will steal it, though, and clear that one low. As it bounces into the middle of the field, they will overshoot that, though, and the disc is now floating in the top corner.
Yep, and that's going to be Jessica picking that up right there in the trap area and moving through the tunnel, just kind of taking her time as nobody's putting any pressure on her just yet. Going to send it down for a beautiful pass over to Nyquin. Nyquin going to move into the bubble area as defense does return home a goalie stun, and Nyquin going to sink that one in for the 2, taking a nice 6-point lead here. Unanswered. That's actually 4 goals
Yeah.
now that they have unanswered for against Hoplites.
Yeah, looks like we will get a pause here as we did lose Grey Gazelle, I believe. Yeah, Grey Gazelle. Yeah, and yeah, I think I remember from last round timeouts. Each team gets a 5-minute timeout anytime they want in the game for any reason, like taking a break, charge up, or like now how they lost a player. And what else was it? I believe after that 5 minutes, they are to unpause and then continue the game from there. But in between each round, there is that minute, and you can take a pause for an extra 4 minutes to extend that 1 minute to a 5-minute pause. I believe I got everything on that.
That's correct. And here's the fun
Okay.
thing about that the pause that's between rounds, if for example Hoplites paused it and they unpaused it after 1 minute, if it's between rounds, then Aperture could go over and pause for an additional 3 minutes. It cannot exceed 5 minutes, but each team is entitled to that time if they want it. So if somebody pauses and unpauses rather quickly and you still want time and there's still less than 5 minutes, then you can take that additional time. So that's kind of cool.
Okay. I only missed one thing, and I got everything. I'm learning.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
got it. That
important
was
thing.
thorough. That was perfect.
There we go. Okay, yeah. Grey Gazelle is back now. We're back to a 4v4 here. As Hoplites will have just advantage here. As once again, 4v4. Like I said, 4 unanswered goals here. 6-0 for Aperture. Let's see how they respond to this now. As Grey Gazelle with the disc here. Welcome back with the disc immediately. We'll move all the way to the middle here. No pressure at all. We'll be sent all the way down into the orange bubble here. Bit of lag. I believe that was my end. But Dragon now with the shot. Reaper Dragon will take that shot and make it 6-2. 6 minutes to go.
6 minutes to go. I'm going to address something in the Twitch chat real quick. Moxie asked, isn't there a technical 15-minute pause as well? No, there is not. If, for some reason, someone is consistently over the ping cap, then they may pause. But if a moderator comes in and says that ping is not an issue, that counts as that team's timeout. So the only time that you can pause for 15 minutes is if you are waiting for a moderator to come in, or you have a ping related issue that has to be addressed by mods, or you have to find a sub for a ping issue, not for a technical issue, not for headset dying or anything like that, but just strictly for ping being consistently over the 150 ping cap. So there's your answer. I hope that helps. All right, right now we're back into the game.
GP.
Great question, by the way. Great question. Vortex right now with that disc and send it through all the way down into the bubble and across the back wall as they are trying to get to it. It's going to be Hollow Jack making that grab as the stack moves in. Hollow Jack going to send it across quickly to Crimson. Crimson going to keep moving that disc down, and it's back into the hands of Vortex. Going to pop it through, sending it all the way back down to the bubble once again and up the wall.
Will be picked up here now. Natsu picked it up. Will get slapped out, but Vortex will stop that clear here as moving into the middle of the bubble here as Reaper Dragon moving in, taking that shot, and will make this a 1-goal game with 4.5 minutes left to go here. Uplights are coming back here, making this game once again very close.
They are. And Innard, I see your question there. What if the team already used their timeout and then Ahmad says ping is fine? I don't know. I would imagine that would be an illegal pause at that point if ping was not consistently over 150. So yeah, I guess you have to be very careful when you say that the ping is an issue and you need a moderator, because if it's found out that you didn't, then that could cost you dearly. All right, well, that disc is back in the hands of Presto. I think. I'm not sure on that part. That's a great question too. Grip Presto with the disc right now, going to keep sending that one across, but it's going to be back to Reaper Dragon. Reaper Dragon moving right in, going to find the clock to Vortex, and it is a tie match once again. Wow, 6-6.
Go here. And there's 3.5 minutes left, so plenty of time for either team take a lead or either team would just leave the lead and put it to overtime. Who knows? As Aperture with their first offensive joust of this game here, Jessica with the disc. Will send that to the right side there. No pickup yet, but Nyquin will recover that. Will get stunned by Presto, though. Presto moving in, bouncing that off the floor toward the net. That will go just past the net, though, there. As Nyquin with the disc now, waiting here, patiently in the bubble. Trying to kill as much time as possible, looks like. Clearing that down the right tunnel now. And that disc will go all the way down the field.
Yes, it will. Oh my goodness. That disc is coming right back again into the hands of Vortex. Vortex, just hang on to it for a moment. Blocking that one through, finding the pass, gonna get it through, but it's not connected just yet as Grey Gazelle gets a hand on it. Sending that one all the way down into the bubble and across again. It's going to be Reaper Dragon, Hollow Jack, and Presto for a moment. They're trying to get to it. Nyquin putting some pressure on. Going to send that one back to Presto. Oh my goodness, they did lose possession. And that disc is back out of the bubble again, coming back from Reaper Dragon, however, and it's in for the 2.
Get to your launcher.
That's going to bounce off there now. 6-8. Hoplites taking the lead. There will be a pause. I don't know who that was. I believe it was Aperture. I don't know.
Yes.
And they will now be taking a 5-minute pause, probably to rework their plan here, because they need to win this round to send into a round 3.
They do indeed. And currently, Aperture right now is down by law, which means that they are not in a great position for this last 2 minutes. They're going to have to really fight to get those points back on the board. Scores have been coming in rather slowly in this round, and Hoplites have turned on their defense. So definitely giving Aperture a run for their money.
Yeah, definitely here. They
Good
are.
try, 7 days.
Yeah. Aperture definitely, like you said, giving them a run for their money, making them work for it. And Hoplight's like, yeah, we're gonna take this game here. And Aperture here looking to rework their game plan and take this game back, put it to a round 3, and hopefully win that round 3, as this game has been back and forth the entire time here. Not much else, yeah.
Oh, we do have a player from Hoplites has popped over to Aperture right now, so I'm sure they're checking in to see what's going on or to explain. I don't remember who paused again. You told me. Hoplites? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they're just popping in and saying, hey, what's going on? Probably getting their
Oh. Oh. That's kind of scary.
Oh, Wonder T-Man coming in clutch never surprises me. Tell you what.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? While we have this moment, I'm gonna tell you about the rest of the matches that we have tonight. We had first of all, we had Fortnutters as they took on Vicious, and Vicious taking that win in 3. Now we have Aperture and Hoplites, and it is anyone's game right now. With Hoplites having taken round 1 by just 1 goal, we see they are currently ahead in round 2 by 1 goal. Next up is OFC as they take on the Arena Rats. That's going to be another fantastic game. And then coming in at 11 o'clock, we've got Vicious taking on the Sane Wolves. So that is going to be one more great, great match. So,
We've
4
got
fantastic
matches
games for you
all
tonight.
over the place. Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
matches all over the place here. We started with Vicious, we're gonna end with Vicious. It's gonna be an amazing night. And while we have their attention, we should tell them about VRCon.
VRML Con. What do you want to know about it? It's going to be fantastic, first of all. It's going to be in
Yeah.
Denver, Colorado. Now, I've never been to Denver, but I hear it's absolutely beautiful. And there's fantastic things to see and do there. And I've flown through Denver before, so I guess you could kind of count that. It's a beautiful airport, by the way. So there's that. It's June the 3rd and 4th, and it's going to be the finals of the Sunset Cup, in addition to some other fantastic things going on. So you're definitely gonna. I had to make sure I said that right. So you're definitely gonna want to make sure that you make it there. And I agree with Wonder T Man saying Denver is just about the best possible place to have a LAN. It is an indeed. I didn't get to go to Toronto, unfortunately. I've been to several of the others, and they are all great. So if you have not done a LAN before, please try to get to this one because it's definitely going to be something to behold. It's going to be so much fun, and it's definitely one of those things that you want to experience. So this will be the last one you can experience. So you got to get there.
Exactly. Get your tickets now before they're all gone. I don't even know if we can sell it at tickets.
Yes.
I just talk. I just talk. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Looks like Aperture is hyping themselves up here. They looks like they are going to unpause and they are ready to take this second round here. Jeep, would you like to take it away?
Sure, I will. As here we go. We have 9 seconds. So while we do that, also at VRML Con, we're going to see Blast On Season 2 Finals and Ultimex Season 1 Finals. So you're going to want to be there. Aperture coming out now with that Joust advantage. That is Jessica with the disc. Jessica moving through. Nobody putting any pressure on her just yet. Going to send that disc all the way down. Oh, a missed pass, though. It's not going to connect. Gonna still pick it up is Nyquin. Nyquin getting away from the Hoplites players there. Gets that one over to Crimson. Crimson moving in, trying to get away from Vortex, but Vortex gonna stun and get that disc right back out of the bubble. Stacks overshoot it, and it is still stuck down there.
Picked up by Nyquin now. Nyquin will get stunned as Crimson recovers that, but will also get stunned. Vortex now just clear that out. Jessica will block that clear, setting into the bubble. Grazel will block that pass, though. Now clear that out the left tunnel, and the stacks are coming after that very quickly here. Ooh, I did not see what happened there. As the disc is in the orange bubble now. Crimson with the disc. Crimson moving across the side here. No pressure coming in at the moment. Crimson will clear that down the bottom, though, and that will go all the way down into the blue bubble.
And it is, oh my goodness, there it is, Nyquin taking the tie for Aperture right now with 47 seconds left on the clock. I was hoping for that. Fantastic job, well done. All right, they've got 30 seconds. Hoplites wants to get one more on the board to go ahead and finish this. Barry, you can keep it positive for me, my friend. That would be lovely. Grey Gazelle with the disc right now, gonna come out grabbing it. Gonna walk down the arena. Oh, Crimson gonna steal it away, sending it into the bubble and off the wall again. And it's gonna be picked up by Crimson right now. Moving in. Oh no, a ding off the ring. And wow. Oh my goodness. It's back in the hands of HoloJack.
Yeah, that's gonna be the end of this round, and we are going to overtime. Let's go. First overtime in an entire day for me casting.
Yeah. Same. All right, we got 2 minutes. First goal
Let's
wins
go.
the round. If Hoplites can get a goal, then they take the game. If Aperture gets the goal, then we get to see a third round. So that's where we
Yeah.
are.
Crimson will send that one into the orange bubble, or Hollow Jack there will miss. Hollow Jack will put that in, and we are going to a round 3. Aperture winning 10-8 in round 2 here, right off the joust. 9 seconds into overtime, and there is a contest for round 3.
Oh, I couldn't have asked for anything better. Okay, so are we gonna get 3? This is wild because our first match tonight, the 9 o'clock Vicious Fortnutters, was also a round 3 game. So we're on a roll here for round 3s, and I'm totally here for it. So good stuff indeed. Okay, so now Hoplites gets to do those changes, right? They've now seen what Aperture is capable of, and they know that they can be beaten. So Hoplites is going to have to make those changes now and come back out ready to win and trying to be aggressive. Moxie, of course, is thrilled because Moxie has points over on Aperture, and they're not out of it just yet. So hanging out with us. You guys are amazing, by the way, in Twitch chat. We appreciate you. We appreciate the positivity that you're bringing and hanging out with us and having a good time. And we love that you're doing this with us this evening. So good stuff indeed. Innard, what do you think we're going to see in round 3?
Like you said in the last round, like in the first round, like I said, and like you just said now here, they need to change their game plan a bit after coming off of that loss. They want to change that up a bit here so they can change that and get a win in this third round here. And I feel Aperture is going to keep their same game plan, keeping it slow. And I feel like Hoplites is going to continue keeping that pressure, just like we've seen the whole game here, as the joust does come in here. As Aperture wins that joust, sending it straight into the blue bubble here, will be picked up by Nyquin. Nyquin will back up a little bit here. Goldie will get stunned, and taking that pass across will go a bit wide of the player there, and it will be saved by Jeepgirlz, but it's still in the blue bubble as Crimson picks that up. Bit of a chase there for it as Crimson drops it. Crimson will pick that back up, sending it low down to Nyquin. Nyquin off the shield. Nyquin taking that shot. Goalie gets stunned, and that is the first goal of this third round.
It is Nyquin getting those points on the board pretty quick. So that was interesting because they had 3 people in the goal trying to defend that. And sometimes that's great, and sometimes it works. Other times it doesn't, because then you can't see what's going on. And if you have auto grab on, you might grab somebody's leg and fly out of the goal, and it leaves it open. So that's a little tricky. Jeepgirlz gonna quickly send that one down to Vortex. Vortex, hang on to it, walking down the arena. The stacks are moving in, though. That disc have to force pass it a little quicker than expected, but Reaper Dragon gets a hand on it anyway. Going to send it back for a midfield reset to Jeepgirlz. Jeepgirlz going to send it all the way through to Vortex. Oh, but it's going to be grabbed by Hollow Jack and sent right back through the tunnel, all the way down into the bubble and across again. Crimson trying to get a quick one in. Not quite going to work. Going to slap it back, though, and it's back into the bubble.
Vortex will get that disc and clear that down the right tunnel. That will be hanging out around the middle of the field a bit here, as it is now picked up by Hollow Jack. Hollow Jack moving into the middle here, will be passed up to Nyquin. Nyquin will send it across to Crimson. Will miss the hand though, and will be picked up by Vortex, slapping that one out into the orange zone. As chase forward now, Vortex will pick that. Vortex going for that 3 a little bit high, and that will be sent around, picked up by Reaper Dragon off the shield, and picked up by Presto. Sorry, and Presto will put that in, tying this game here with 8.5 to go.
Yep, plenty of time left on the clock. Joust advantage back over to the Aperture side. We're still tied, which means it's still anybody's game. We'll see how fast somebody is going to get points on the board here in round 3, which is lovely to see. Jessica with that disc quickly going to send one through down into all the way down. Going to Crimson now. Crimson losing possession, though, getting stunned out by a very aggressive stack from Hoplites. Crimson grabs that disc again, sends that one down into the bubble, but it's going to be Jeepgirlz getting a hand on that one, walking out of the bubble, sends it across for a pass to Vortex. Vortex moving through, going to avoid Nyquin by ducking and sending that disc all the way down as the stack moves in, chasing it. Reaper Dragon picking it up, moving in towards the goal. They do have a goalie home, and that is going to be back out of the bubble again.
Yeah, it's going to be picked up by Nyquin now. Ooh, drop the disc, but will pick it back up. Nyquin and Crimson on that dribble there will be chasing after that. As it does go a bit higher, they will both miss, and Vortex will steal it. as it does go back into the blue, or sorry, back into the orange zone. Blue with that shot, Reaper Dragon will hit that 3 and giving Hoplites a 5-2 lead.
That was a beautiful shot. Very well executed play by Hoplites. Fantastic job. Aperture coming in right now, ready to get some more points on the board. Wow, Joust advantage is on their side. They're just 1 goal down. Jessica with that disc, going to start walking through as pressure does come in. Going to send it down. Nyquin trying to get to it. Yes, going to work as Nyquin grabs that disc. Going to pop it high into the hands of Hollow Jack. Hollow Jack down the arena into Crimson. Back to Nyquin again. Nyquin under a lot of pressure, though. Going to send that one to Crimson. Crimson going to sink it in off of Grey Gazelle for the 2. And it is a 1-point game once again.
Keeping the theme of close games. You'd love to see it 4-5 here, 1-point game, 6 minutes to go. This can go either way here. This is everybody's game and anyone's game. Either way you want to say it, because even though they mean 2 different things, they mean the same as Grey Gazelle. Now to this, moving into the middle, we'll send that one low to Presto. Presto will back up here as the pressure comes in. Presto will stun the attacker as Presto moves in. Oh, wait a minute here, passing that across the floor to Vortex. Vortex moving in toward the ball, passing that to Reaper Dragon, cutting. Nice save by Jessica, sending it down the right tunnel. That will not go out though, as Grey Gazelle blocks that clear. Moving toward the bubble more here. Oh, pass was missed, and will be sold by Nyquin and cleared out.
Yep, and that disc is going to go all the way into the bubble as they get a hand on it. Nyquin with that disc right now, moving in, and is good off of Crimson's head. But points are points, and Aperture takes a 1-point lead.
12-11. Oh, there will be another pause here. Have lost another player on Hoplite. Sorry, we lost Presto. Looks like here with. Now 6-5 game here, half the game to go. Oh, they will unpause it now. Looks like they're going to be running a 4v3, which can't. Oh, never mind. They will unpause it now. Okay. And I don't even know what's happening now. They're pausing, unpausing here. Grey Gazelle's going to go over to their team. Okay, they're going to probably work out what's happening here.
Are trying to figure it out. You know, sometimes things just happen, right? And you have to adapt and keep playing, and we'll see what happens. But they can play because they did start the round with more than the rostered players. You have to start each round with 3 rostered players. So at least they were able to do that. So even if they have to play the last 5 minutes down a man, it is still well within the scope of things. So
It looks like they will unpause it now. And I was going to say before, the 4-on-3 advantage here is great for Aperture, but for Hoplites now being down that 1 player, their stacks will be messed up here. Because that 1 player now either have to coordinate a 3 stack, or they're going to have 1 player stay back or stay forward, which isn't always safe. As Vortex now with the disc moving in toward the orange bubble here. Reaper Dragon with the disc. Reaper Dragon will send it across to Vortex. Vortex moving in toward the bubble. That bounce shot will give them the lead, 8-6 with 4:45 to go.
Yes, wow, okay. So that was a beautiful shot by Vortex indeed. Joust advantage back on the Aperture side right now. We will see what they do with it. They do have the man advantage right now, so hopefully that will work out for them and however they need it to. Jessica right now with that disc, going to keep walking that one through as everyone seems to be kind of player coverage on the other team there. So that disc is, Jessica going to lose possession, and it's going to be slapped out by Reaper Dragon right back down into the midfield area. Vortex getting a hand on it, going to send it through. We need some stacks coming in from both of these teams if they want to get to it quickly, but it's going to be Jessica who gets there first, going to send it across the arena sideways. It almost looked like she wasn't sure who was on her, so she had to just get rid of that disc, sending it right back into the midfield area there as it goes all the way through the tunnel and down into the trench. Stacks do come in. That's going to be Grey Gazelle sending that one backwards. Oh, we do have Rip Presto, who has come back, is no longer ripped. Sending that disc up high to Jessica. Jessica going to send it across the arena, not quite going to connect. Crimson was stunned out, and that disc was out of the bubble again.
Yeah, Crimson will pick that up here. A bit of a drop there, but Crimson will recover it there, as it is now recovered by Grey The clear block by Jessica, though, as Jessica backs up a bit here, waiting for the pressure to go away, passing that up to the shield where Crimson is there. Crimson will back up with the pressure coming in from. Will send it into the bubble, though. Player was stunned, though, as Reaper Dragon will pick that up and send that down the right side. Not looking to be cleared out yet, though, as Vortex does slap that all the way out into the orange bubble here. Oh, sorry, just outside the orange bubble. As Blue will get there first. Reaper Dragon will get there first. Reaper Dragon looking here. Will pass that up to Nest, where Vortex is there. Vortex moving in. Nice save by Jessica. Jessica will clear that one out to the blue field.
It will go all the way down into the bubble and up, and they need a stack coming in quickly if they want to get us to another overtime. That's going to be Reaper Dragon right now with that disc, grabbing it out of the bubble, sending it back down through the tunnel. Oh, but it's not out just yet. Coming right back, Grey Gazelle going to try that one again, sending it deep all the way in to the bubble and back out again as Presto picks it up, losing possession of it for a moment. Vortex is there to make that grab, going to send it in. The shield is there again. Jessica sending it out of the bubble, and that is a free disc.
Yeah, it was picked by Reaper Dragon now, as like I said, into the bubble. Reaper Dragon will try to get that, will get stolen by Hollow Jack, though, and that will be cleared out into the middle here, as Grey Gazelle now with the disc, send that over to Vortex. Vortex moving to the side of it here, send that across the field to Reaper Dragon. Reaper Dragon moving in, will be pressured a bit, will have to back up a bit. Jessica with that nice save, send that off the wall, and that will not be cleared out, though, as Vortex once again moving that into the middle. Reaper Dragon moving in. Reaper Dragon will hit off the post, and that will go out into the middle of the field here. Grey Gazelle once again with the disc, moving that, bouncing that to Reaper Dragon. Reaper Dragon turning around, taking that shot. Reaper Dragon will get that shot, and it is 10-6 with a minute and 10 to go.
Well, if Aperture is going to do it, now is the time. They have time to get 2 more goals, which is exactly what they need. If they could get a 3 and a 2, then they would be set. If they get 2 2s, then we're gonna get an overtime. So I don't know. We'll see what's gonna happen. Jessica gonna send that one down to Nyquin. Nyquin turning around, and of course we know Hoplites does not want that to happen. They want to finish this one out now, as they do take possession of that disc, sending it back down into the trap area. That is gonna be Hollow Jack picking it up, sending it back down to Nyquin right now. Crimson moving in, gonna send that one across to Crimson, and it is in for the 2, and it's just a 1-goal game.
We've got about 30 seconds to go here. 10-8 for Hoplites. Hoplites needs to hold this lead here, and Aperture's becoming strong, trying to either tie this game or getting that 3 and winning this 3rd round here. 15 seconds to go. This is going to be a very close last 15 seconds here, as Grey Gazelle clears it out into the middle here. That will be free floating for most of the time, as Hollow Jack will be chasing that Rip Presser right behind them. Hollow Jack will get that stolen, and Rip Presser will send that. And Hoplites will take round 3 here. 10-8.
Wow. Oh my goodness. What a match indeed. All right. Well, we would love to stay and chat, but we've got to go. We've got another match. If they have not started already, they might have. I don't know. OFC taking on Arena Rats. We will be right back with them, hopefully in just a second. If not, we will definitely be here for the 11 o'clock Vicious taking on Sane Wolves. So don't go far. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. I told you just be a second. All right, this is going to be an interesting match. We have OFC over on the blue side as they take on the Arena Rats on the orange side. Now, the Arena Rats do only have 3 players, and OFC is using a league sub. So, this is going to be an interesting match for sure. What do you know about these two teams?
Well, these teams are currently, well, OFC currently is gold for 123rd, and Arena Rats are to be determined, depending on the outcome of this game, will depend on where they stand. Currently, they are bronze 3, according to what they have played, I believe, as the joust is going to come out here, and it will be won. So, accidentally closed everything, but it will be one. Amanda with this now, clearing that one out the right side here. Eden James will pick that one up, and will be moving in very slowly here, sending that across. We'll miss the pass to USO though, as it will be picked up by I have a hand grenade, and Eden James will block that clear as it gets sent back toward the bubble here. OFC random with the disc now. Back to Keaton James. Will send that across to USO. USO will send that back to OFC random. We'll take that shot off the head of the player there. Amanda with the disc now. Ooh. Yeah, Amanda with the disc now. As it is put in by St. George, and it is 2-0 for OFC.
It is. Okay, what an interesting start to this first round. 9 minutes left on the clock, and OFC is up by 1 goal. Nicely done. As we see Arena Rats coming out with the joust advantage right now. 9 minutes on the clock. They're going to grab that disc. Brick Rage going to hang on to it. Now, the dynamics when you have just 3 players in the arena is a little different. You do see that they have split. You can see it down there on the mini-map. They split down the 2 tunnels instead of keeping a stack together, which is an interesting choice. Amanda going to send it right back to Brick Rage. Brick Rage going to send it back to Amanda. Going to send that disc all the way down, trying to get it. Oh, no, not going to happen. And it's going right back into the midfield. However, Brick Rage is there to make that grab, sending it back forward again to Amanda. Amanda crosses the arena, and it is going to be a disc in the hands of OFC.
St. George now with the disc. Resend that back to OFC random, and OFC random will clear that all the way down into the blue bubble here as the stacks come in. It will be a little bit of a slow chase here as I have a hand grenade. Will eventually pick that up, resetting it back to Brick Rage. Brick Rage will send that one through the ceiling trench into the middle of the field. We'll go past the midfielders as Keaton James does pick that up though. Sending that up to St. George. St. George moving in. OFC random with the disc now. Will be sent back there as chase for the disc here coming in. Amanda will get that disc first. Amanda clearing that down the field. A bit high of the net though, as that does leave the bubble out toward the right side of the field here. Sent back into the middle of the blue field now off of odd bounce as Keaton James clears that one out through the middle.
And that disc was all the way down into the bubble. Stacks are flying in. Amanda going to grab that disc and make that clear, sending it right back to the hands of I have a hand grenade. Going to send it deep. However, Geos are going to get in the way. It's going to result in a turnover to Keaton James. Keaton's going to send that back through the midfield. It's going to be right down there as USO trying to get to it, but Amanda's going to make that grab instead, sending it through. Keaton James there again. Going to send it all the way into the bubble and off the back wall, but the stacks come in from I have a hand grenade. However, Keaton James going to grab that disc, sinking it in, and OFC taking a 4-point lead.
Here we go here. I think OFC random stole that from Keaton James, as he gave him credit. He gave them credit for the goal here. Keaton James did have the disc before it went in though, so who knows what happened there. 4-0 still for OFC here, as Brick Rage picking up that disc, waiting as the pressure stops at the bow tie there. Now moving forward a bit here. Brick Rage being very patient, clearing that out to Amanda. Amanda with the pressure will reset that back. A bit of a high reset there, as it does float off to the trap in the corner. I have a hand grenade. Will clear that one out into the blue bubble here, bouncing a little bit higher. I thought that bounce was in, but Keaton James will pick that up off of the bounce, and that will be sent through the middle out into the orange bubble here, as the stacks are coming in here, as Amanda will get that first, sending that down the right tunnel to I have a hand grenade. I have a hand grenade. Will duke a little bit here, sending that one down, and just a bit high of the net there into the blue bubble.
And that's going to be a nice clear there as, oh, well, Keaton James going to get it across to USO. USO sends it high all the way through the trenches, but it's going to be picked up by Amanda. That stack with Amanda and I Have a Hand Grenade was very nice and quick and put them right where they needed to be. However, USO takes possession of that disc, moving it across the arena to Keaton James. Keaton James going to send it to post to OFC Random, and it is going to be in, stretching that lead to 6 with 5.5 minutes left on the clock.
That save was made by a hand grenade that just moved their hand back a bit too much, and it looked like that did go in on the self goal here, sending that lead now to two 3-pointers required to tie this game, or 3 2-pointers. As Brick Rage now send that down the left tunnel. So I have a hand grenade. I have a hand grenade. Send that across the field to Amanda. Amanda taking that 3 off the post as USO picks that disc up off of the bounce. And we'll clear that down the middle. Brick Rage is there, but will get stunned and drop the disc as Keaton just picks it up, sending that one. Odd bounce there. Did not get down into the opposite side as it will get set out past the midfielder there as Amanda by themselves. Amanda taking that shot. Amanda will put that in, putting the first goal up on the board for Arena Rats.
Yes. All right. Good stuff indeed. 4 minutes left on the clock. The joust advantage is over on the OFC side, which is nice to see that that the Arena Rats got points up on the board. It's a little difficult to play as a 3v4, so they're definitely holding their own. OFC Random going to send that disc all the way through into the bubble. It's going to bounce up high, but the stack comes through with Brick Rage leading the charge. Going to send that disc right back to Amanda. Amanda quickly gets the disc off before getting stunned out. Gets that to I Have a Hand Grenade, who's going to sink it long. Going to bounce a little funny off the back wall, though, and St. George able to make a grab.
Yeah, that's going to be sent across OFC Random. We'll pick that up and clear that down the right tunnel as that disc will go all the way down to the orange bubble. Orange stack does get back in time. Brick Rage with the disc off the ceiling down the right side. Will get sent to I Have a Hand Grenade. I Have a Hand Grenade. Will send it across. Pass to Amanda. Amanda looking here, backing up a bit, waiting for a player to come in as they send that up. Brick Rage underneath, sending back to Amanda. Amanda moving in. Amanda with that shot, and that will go in, making this a 1-point game with 4 minutes to go.
3 minutes 40 seconds. Yeah, 40 seconds left in the clock. Joust advantage. By the way, it's Broham. I will talk to you about that in just a second. So stand by. We'll go over that in the intermission here. 3 minutes 28 seconds left on the clock as OFC grabs that disc. OFC going to send it down to the hands of I Have a Hand Grenade, who was ready with that disc to send it right in for the goal. Amanda taking the tie right here with plenty of time left on the clock.
Yeah, 3 minutes to go here. Lots of time. I can see multiple goals getting put up by both teams here. 6-6 here. And Arena Rats being down a player are really putting in that work, being down that fourth to tie this game here. Taking a couple risks like having no player in the goal and having all 3 up. Making it can be very dangerous at times. Especially since they only have 3, so they have less people to pass to, and the other team can cover and defend at the same time. So that is really a good job by them. As Keaton James now moving in. Stolen by I Have a Hand Grenade. I Have a Hand Grenade will clear that all the way down into the blue bubble off the nest. And will float off to the side now. Floating around it here. Nobody going after particularly. Now Keaton James will pick that up. Keaton James waiting on the wall here. Letting the pressure come in. Will clear that down the left tunnel. And that will go all the way down. Will catch the side of the backward, not bounce toward the goal, but away as I Have a Hand Grenade picks it up. Send that low to Brick Rage as Brick Rage clears that out. Blocked by USO though, but sent back into the orange bubble.
And that disc is going to be back out again as USO does make that interception, though. Sending that one right into the space. However, I Have a Hand Grenade denies that goal, sending that one all the way down into the blue end of the arena. Coming in with Brick Rage for the 3, and Arena Rats taking a 3-point lead.
Go 9-6, minute 45. There's still lots of time for OFC to come back and tie this and even take the lead. And let's see how they execute that, because Arena Rats is keeping that pressure, and they're saying we're not going out without a fight, and that's exactly what they are doing. As that disc will go all the way down, and that will be picked up by I Have a Hand Grenade. I Have a Hand Grenade. Will send it out. Keaton James will block that clear though, moving in toward the bubble. Will drop it, but will recover it. As Keaton James moving in, will take that shot off the post. And that will now be Floating bait as Amanda picks up. Keaton James will steal that, sending it back toward the bubble as St. George with the disc send that up to the nest. USO taking that shot, blocked by Eva hand grenade once again, sending that down the right tunnel, and that will go out into the middle of the field.
Gonna be Keaton James sending that one into the bubble again as USO picks it up, going for the 2, shrinking that lead, I should say, just to 1 point. Fantastic play. So OFC is really in a situation right now where they need Arena Rats to make a quick mistake. And Arena Rats, of course, wants to just burn the clock down. So this is going to be a wild 30 seconds. Joust advantages in the Arena Rats' hands as Brick Rage grabs that disc, sends it down quickly, but it's not going to be capitalized on by Amanda. Losing possession for a moment, does gain it back, gets that one across to I Have a Hand Grenade. Grenade gonna walk that one down the arena. They have the time advantage right here. However, Brick Rage. Oh, I was looking for the turnover right there. It did not happen. There it is. St. George with that disc. Gonna send it through the midfield. They have 8 seconds. They're gonna have to shoot it now, and it's gonna need to go in, and it goes off the shield, and they do lose possession. Gonna sink that one in anyways.
Oh, wow. Great fight by Arena Rats there to take this first round, 9-8. As we come in the second round here, Arena Rats I hope they keep that pressure going because it is really working for them. And I feel that OFC doesn't really just need to keep the pressure because they've been like holding off a little bit. And that's what I think is the reason why they got scored on and lost that round by 1 point.
They're definitely doing a great job, even being down a player right now. They're holding their own for sure. Someone in the Twitch chat asked how to become a caster. If you go to vrmasterleague.com, go over to the About tab and find the volunteers page, you will find an application there that you can fill out and get in here and start learning some of this stuff and having a good time with us because we love to hang out and cast these matches. They're so much fun. We have a great time, and you don't know what you're missing until you cast one. If you want to do it, don't be shy. Don't be afraid. We'll have a good time. I promise. So, good stuff. Oh, boy. We get to go right into round 2 here. So far, both matches that we had before this have been 3-round matches. So, I'm interested to see if this is going to be a 3rd-round match as well. The other thing, and I hope that they're not listening to this right now, but the other thing is that so far, both matches have resulted in blue taking the win. So we'll see if that holds true tonight too, or if it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't even know. I'm losing words. It's getting late. It's 11 o'clock over here right now, and I'm forgetting how to speak here. Well, I don't remember what I was gonna say, but yeah, definitely, Blue's been winning all of them, and I think Arena Rats are gonna change that and be. They want to change that. I think they can do it, yeah.
Well, they've got a few minutes, so hopefully they will. Right now, they're taking the pause, right? We talked about this earlier. They can take that pause between rounds, and as long as they don't go over 5 minutes, either team can pause it, and they can take that time. So that gives you an additional 4 minutes with the 1 minute that you already get. So I'm sure they're breathing right now because it's definitely a hard match tonight between these two teams, and they are fighting very hard, and they've got to be getting exhausted by now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Who made that pause? I believe we're in a pause, right?
Yes.
Who made that pause?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Well, either or. They are working on a game plan, no matter who it is. Oh,
let's
see. Okay.
All right, so looking at I'm going to look at stats real quick. Interesting stats coming in Arena Rats. Amanda with 6 points on the board, Brick Rage with 3, and then everybody with 2 on OFC with the exception of Keaton James, who has 2 assists, which is very nice to see. Lots of stuns coming in with St. George leading that charge with 19 stuns so far in just this first round. That's pretty incredible.
Man, it's nice to see that everybody on Arena Rats has saves here, meaning that they're all flexible working any position, because in that 3v4, you need to be able to work wherever your team requires you, being down that player. So that's really nice to see, as we will get an unpause here coming into the second round.
Yes, we will, which is fantastic because we've got places to go. We've got another match after this 2, which is going to be no, we don't. We don't. Oh, okay. Well, we don't. There we go. This is our last one, so take your time. I do see it there,
Yeah.
Snowy. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I'm glad you're keeping us in the loop. Thank you so much. The wonderful Wonder T-Man in my ear telling me the facts that are going on. I greatly appreciate you guys. You're wonderful. All right, Joust is neutral, taking us away. Innard.
Yeah, that'll be immediately sent toward the orange side here off of that headbutt there. And Amanda will get that and clear that out the middle now as the stacks are setting up to get over here as it is floating around. I have a hand grenade. Will get that. We'll shoot it a bit wide of the net. There's OFC Ren. OFC Ren will pick that up. We'll get... I didn't see who picked it up there. And Brick Rage will not pick it up. Gets stolen by St. George, though. And St. George will send that toward the goal a bit high of the net, though. But Blue is there to pick it up as OFC Random moving in. We'll put that in for the first 2 of this round. 30 seconds in.
Okay, well, you know what? I have to get my notebook back out because I wasn't prepared for them to score that quick. That was fantastic. 9 minutes, 16 seconds left on the clock as Joust advantage goes over to the Arena Rats. And they are going to come out and grab that disc. Brick Rage going to just hang on to it for a moment. Moving forward. Not feeling any pressure just yet. That stack is in the midfield. However, they are being occupied currently by Amanda. Definitely working hard to keep them broken up. However, hand grenade going to send that one a little bit wide. That is going to result in a turnover as St. George scoops it up, sending it through, and the stacks are flying. They are moving right into that bubble. USO with the disc, going to lose possession of it right there outside of the goal, and that's going to result in a clear from Amanda.
Yeah, that's going to go all the way down the field here into the blue bubble now as all the players, a little bit of chase to get. There's Amanda will get there first. Amanda taking that shot. Bottom pocket will miss, though, as that floats out back toward the center of the blue field. And now USO with that disc sending that down all the way into the orange bubble now as the stacks do come in. Well, FC Red will get there first, putting in the second goal of this game, making it 4-0 with 8 minutes to go.
Okay, you know what? I was looking at the scores from the last goal, and St. George scored at the 9-minute mark in round 1, and then OFC scored at the 7-minute mark in round 1. So they had back-to-back goals in round 1 initially. So, you know, you just never know. You never know what's going to happen. Brick Rage right now with that disc, just going to hang on to it, looking for the pass, going to find it through the tunnel. However, Amanda was covered up as that disc is coming right back into the bubble, and the stacks are flying in. USO with that disc right now, moving in and going to slink it into the corner. A slam dunk, place it there for the 2.
Yeah, that's going to be put in there as it's now 6-0 here. Well, like you said, a game can go either way. They got back-to-back last round, and 7 minutes to go. That's enough time to, like, each team to get at least 10 more goals, not even points, 10 goals. As Brick Rage sends that down the right tunnel, and that will be stolen by USO, though, as Amanda does steal it back, but both players will drop it. Now St. George with the disc, send that toward the middle. Keaton James with the disc now moving in toward. We'll send that a bit high as it is picked up. I have a hand grenade sent down the middle of the field now. That will go all the way out, hitting off the shield, though, not getting into the bubble, as it does get sent back around the middle of the area as Amanda picks it up. Amanda juking a little bit, will get away, but now retreating and going around 2 players now. Amanda will escape from that attack. Still holding onto the disc here. Would want to pass in a second here because a lot of pressure. Yeah, as St. George will now steal that disc, send it back into the orange bubble, and that will be put in for an 8-0 lead with 6:20 to go.
Wow. Okay. They have definitely turned on their game here in round 2. OFC coming in really hard and aggressive in this second round, which is nice to see. Arena Rats right now need some points on the board. I think that once they find a point or two, a goal or two, that they're going to start rolling with that momentum. That's what we saw from them in round 1. Right now, Brick Rage sent that to Amanda. Amanda sent it right back to Brick Rage, who sent it over to Grenade. They have to be very careful about how they proceed down the arena with just 3 players. It's a totally different dynamic. Over to Amanda again. Amanda doing some fancy footwork, getting away from them. And what a save by Random. Going to send that one right back down to the midfield.
Yeah, it's going to be... will bounce, take a weird bounce there and leave the midfield going back toward the blue. But Keaton James will send it all the way down into the blue. or sorry, the orange bubble there. I thought that was bouncing in, and I got confused with my words. And St. George now with the disc, moving in toward the bubble here. Stolen by Amanda, though, and Amanda will clear that out the right tunnel here as the midfielder will... Oh, USO will get there before the midfielder, sending that back into the orange bubble here as Amanda, once again, with the disc, inverting onto the ceiling and moving down the right side here. Amanda being very patient as they do clear that out past the midfielder, and that will be hanging out in the blue area here. USO with the disc now, send that low and out back into the orange once again. This disc is going back and forth here. USO moving in toward the orange bubble, but stunned out by Amanda. And Amanda will clear out the left tunnel, and that will go all the way down into the blue bubble.
It will. It's going to be right there. St. George picking that one up. Oh, but it's going to be stolen by Grenade and sent in. But Random going to make another fantastic clear, sending that just right back into the midfield. Going to pop it forward again as USO all the way down into the bubble. OFC trying to get to it first. Not going to happen, though, as Amanda swoops in to make that grab. Going to send that one forward, too. Hand Grenade is going to pop it through the midfield, and it's going to bounce around the Geos a little bit as Keaton James going to make that clear back into the midfield.
Yeah, it's going to go all the way down. That's going to go into the blue field. That's going to go past the net there as blue does come in. USO taking that shot. Top pocket there, making it 10-0 with 4 minutes to go here. Oh, man, OFC is pulling away in the second round here. They definitely have changed their game plan. It is working really well for them. Arena Rats can't get on the board. Let's see what they can do here in the last 4 minutes of the game as the joust is coming out now. It will be picked up by Brick Rage. Brick Rage will send that across to Amanda. Amanda will have that stolen by USO. USO will send that into the orange bubble here. Bit of a bounce leaving the bubble now as Amanda picks it up and slaps it out into the middle. Picked up by Keaton James, though, as Keaton James now backing up away from Ira Hand Grenade. And Keaton James once again here just waiting. Teasing the disc there a little bit, look like sending that into the bubble now as Brick Rage will pick it up. Brick Rage clear that off the floor out to Iva Hanger. Iva Hanger will get that stolen. Keaton James with the disc moving in. Iva Hanger will stun Keaton James, but USO will pick up that disc first. Taking that shot off the post and leaving back into the middle field. Amanda, oh no, Amanda will get stunned. And that disc will be sent. USO will be walking in that bubble. One-on-one, nice save by Iva Hand Grenade. And that will be sent out the left tunnel.
And it's going to go all the way down into the bubble as the stacks fly in. I have a hand grenade moving right in, sinking it in, and Arena Rats are on the board here in round 2. What aggression from them. Fantastic play. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock. OFC with the joust advantage now.
Yeah, OFC now come out here. OFC wants to return this goal here, bring up their lead to 10 once again. As OFC Random picks up that disc, sending it to the left side. USO with the disc right now, sending that off the table to Keaton James. Keaton James sending it low to St. George, who will put that in to make it 12-2 at 2:22 left to go.
Okay, another one up and another one down. St. George definitely putting those, So St. George, if you don't know, a fantastic player, very kind person, very nice person to beat in the arena. So it's really nice to get to see him play on the different teams as the league sub. Beautifully done. I have a hand grenade since I was up to Amanda. Amanda just gonna keep walking that one right in, and it's in the bottom of the goal there. Nicely done. Shrinking that lead, chipping away from it bit by bit. 1:40 seconds left on the clock.
A minute 40 seconds left. They need 7 goals. Took me a second there to do that. They need 7 points here in 1:30. It is possible, but it's going to have to come really quickly here as OFC clears that down the middle, all the way down the field here. The stack does get back, and that will be picked up by Amanda. Amanda will dodge that attack there, but setting it off the wall, a bit high on that odd bounce. They're sending it into the middle of the field now, as it is a chase for OFC Random. Looks like they will get there first. I have a hand grenade blocking there, but will get picked up by Amanda. Send that down and look all the way out. Will bounce off that nugget, though, and not get into the bubble, as it is hanging around the blue area here. Stack's taking a moment to set up and get over here, as it just floats around, and it will be picked up by OFC Random, as this once again floating. St. George picking it up now, sending that low all the way down the field. Will not get to the bubble, though, but will be hanging around the side there as blue comes in there. St. George moving in. St. George from behind the net will take that shot. Nice save by Brick Rage, it looked like, as Amanda now with I have a hand grenade. Amanda now clearing that out all the way down, off the bow tie, off the station, hanging around the middle here. 30 seconds to go. Keaton James with the disc now, sending that high. And down the bottom trench now. St. George picking it up. St. George taking that 3 off the bottom post there. Will be picked up by Amanda. And Amanda will clear that out the left side to I have a hand grenade.
Hand grenade with 15 seconds left on the clock, trying to get one more nice goal. Gonna send that one across to Brick Rage. Rage gonna send it back across to the other side over there as they move in on the 5-second mark. Right now, doing some fancy footwork, trying to get around them all, but it's not going to go in. And that is round 2 going to OFC, which means the mean entered.
Oh, what does it mean? It means a round 3. That is our third round 3 of the night.
It is. That's wild. Well, we'll see if the rest of the evening comes as predicted due to past experiences this evening. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
exactly.
Those of you in the Twitch chat who are still hanging out with us, we appreciate you being here. We're so glad that you are chilling and enjoying some lovely Friday night fun here with us on VRML. Today's Friday, right? Yeah, it is. Oh, also, by the way, if you don't know, time changes this weekend, so be ready for that. You lose an hour.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Congrats.
Oh, no. Well, thank
It's
God
tomorrow night.
spring break is this week.
Hey, it's spring. It's almost spring. We're getting there.
Yeah. I'm not sure if everyone else, but spring break is for us this week, so no school next week.
Hey,
go.
you know what that means? More
Or
echo.
VRML. Exactly.
While we can, right?
So always.
Good
What do you
stuff.
think?
You know what?
Happen
What do I
in
think's
this
gonna
third
happen?
round?
Ooh,
This third
you know
round.
what? I tell you what. What I think we're gonna see is we're gonna see Arena Rats come back with that aggressive behavior that we saw out of them in round 1. Amanda had put up some kind of points, and let me check real quick. Coming in still with 9 points, the most points of anybody in the arena right now. Coming in with 9 points just by themselves. Brick Rage with 3. I have a hand grenade with 2. Of course, we've got Random down there with 6. USO with 6. St. George with 4, and Keaton with 2. So lots of good stuff. We're seeing lots of saves coming in like wild over there on the Arena Rat side. Also, quick shout out to Lord Death for redeeming a hydrate. Thank you so very much.
Oh, my water actually went to use.
Good stuff. We appreciate you guys
Yeah.
so very, very much. So I think we're going to see more of that. I think we're going to see a lot of aggression from both of these teams in this round. Both of them want the win. So it would be advantageous for both of them to get the win, because Arena Rats currently are not really ranked. I mean, they're labeled as a bronze 3, but we know that they're certainly not that, especially when they have their full roster. With OFC coming in as gold 4 right now, this game will help either one of these teams significantly. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't know exactly, but I believe if OFC wins, they will be put into plat. And if Arena Rats wins, I believe they will be put into the high gold. So both teams will get a big reward right now. This is going to be a very exciting third round here.
Can't wait for it to get started. Lovely, lovely. You know what? We've had some fantastic ones already. We've had a couple overtimes in there. So good stuff. And hey, if you guys want to give us a third round with an OT,
that would be nice.
You know, I'm here for it.
Yeah, finish the night with a bang.
Right. Why not? I mean, we have a hand grenade in the arena. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Arena Rats. I like that name. And you know, I love talking to players about why they choose their names that they choose and their team names, because there's always a story. Some people just make it up, you know, whatever they happen to see. There was once something about a toaster one time, and I believe there's a cheeseburger team right now, and all sorts of fun things. And some of the creative minds that we have in Echo Arena are so much fun, and they're just wild. So I'm always curious. I would love to know the stories behind these two teams.
Speaking of like fun names and stuff, me and my friend were kind of like starting up making a team, and I asked him, what do you want the name to be? He's like, I don't care, I'll do whatever. So I actually named the team I Don't Care, I'll Do Whatever. And he just started laughing. It was great. It's all the different names, all different, but all like have some sort of story to them.
Yeah, they do. And we've seen some really good ones. really good. Some of the stories behind them are very thoughtful and very well thought out and very well planned, and that's super cool. So, JJ
Yeah.
Twin said, "I didn't choose mine. I just made the logo." Well, hey, that's cool too.
Yeah,
You
some of the
know,
art on some team logos are beautiful.
they are they are indeed. We have a lot of creative people in Echo Arena, and
Yeah.
not just, I mean, we have game developers in Echo Arena. We have people who are working on all sorts of things right now, little projects that I keep catching wind of here and there that are developed by Echo Arena players. We have a lot of musicians in Echo Arena. We have a lot of artists, some beautiful art coming in from some of these players. It's nice to see. We have some very talented people. We have singers, and we have mathematicians, and we have school teachers and students, and all sorts of good stuff. Professional names and logos are encouraged, of course, says Wonder T Man. Yes, we like for your stuff to look professional, and when you look professional, we want to show you more. So, there's part of that too. We want to
Yeah.
encourage that always.
Lord Death, Lord Death saying the captain for this is a sandwich, not a team.
I love casting
I
that team
like,
because of that
yeah,
name. It's so much fun.
I I love the name. One of my favorite names I probably casted is when we casted Orange Team, and they played
And
on
they're all on
Blue.
blue.
Yeah, it made it so confusing, and I want to know where Blue Team is that plays on Orange Team, and I want to see the two teams go head to head. That would be really fun and really confusing.
Now there is a blue X and an orange X, and they did play each other recently. I don't know if they played on opposite colors or what, but
Oh,
I know they faced off recently. All right, well, we're right back in here as the joust is all the way down into the bubble and back out again. They do not have a hand on this disc just yet. They are fighting to get to it. It looks like it's going to be I have a hand grenade. Picks it up first, trying to get away from St. George. Going to back that one up just a bit before sending it over to Brick Rage. Brick Rage is going to just hang on for a moment, looking for the best opportunity. Going to send it in themselves, but it's going to be denied by Random because Random is a fantastic goalie.
yeah, that's gonna go all the way out to the other side of the field now. That will be sent all the way to the orange bubble. Oh, will go out of the hands there. Not so sure who that was, but Brick Rage will send that. It will take an odd bounce though, as OFC Random recovers that, resets it back, and will go back to the center of the field area. Now picked up by Keaton James, moving into the bubble, toward the bubble slowly. Picked up by OFC Random. Now back St. George, as St. George moves in toward the bubble. You're sending that across the bubble to USO, resetting it back to Keaton James. Keaton James now picked up by OFC Random. That Joker trade, and OFC Random taking that anchor on Keaton James' back, making this 3-0.
Nicely done. 8 Mo. We got to pause. Just kidding. 8 minutes, 48 seconds left on the clock. And we do have a pause coming in. Okay. Oh, no. Arena Rats have dropped a player. So, no, yeah, they've been three. They've been three. So they did not drop a player. Just kidding. OFC paused. Okay. Well, that is what it is. Oh,
Oh,
and OFC lost a player.
as you were
Well,
saying, I found the Orange X versus Blue X game. Uh, Blue X won 38-20 there. That was, I don't know who was who. From what it shows, Orange X was on Orange, but who knows
oh,
if they actually
that's a
followed that.
wasted opportunity.
Yeah, I know.
They should have mixed that one up for sure. Your old team, AG Logan says my old team was the Not Shotters. That's pretty good.
Not sure. Ooh.
Not
Ah,
Shotters. I love it. Yeah,
ooh.
I enjoy looking through the team names. Sometimes they make me laugh. 9 out of 10
Oh,
times there's something that's really creative and impressive, and good stuff. Fun. Some of them are just
yeah,
beautiful, like you said. Some of the artwork is just absolutely beautiful, and they put some serious effort into creating some very professional looking logos. And right now there's a couple of teams, in fact, I saw that have, all of their teams have matching logos. So all of their players have matching logos. So it's very consistent and very well put together on their team page, which is always nice to see too.
yeah, that's always nice. Everyone looking the same. The problem with that though is like some people have a different Oculus profile, so kind of can be confusing. But like if you can
Mhm.
coordinate it and like get everyone on the same picture on everything, it looks really nice. Like all the uniform, it like reminds you of like an actual team, like a professional team, sports team, whatever. That everyone has the same jersey and same like the like equipment and everything. And it's
Right.
really cool.
Yeah, and I agree with Wonder Team Man. Vicious got a major logo improvement from last season. It's gorgeous. That logo is so pretty. I
Yeah.
don't know who made it, but it's phenomenal. Very, very elegant, very well put together, very classy. So kudos for that. Amanda, right now with that disc, going to move right into that bubble zone. Ooh, trying to get it in there, doing some fancy footwork, getting it around everyone. And Arena Rats are on the board here in round 3.
1 point game now, 2-3 here. Arena Rats continuing that pressure here, and OFC also, as we saw the first goal of the game there, OFC also keeping up that pressure there, as it is now OFC with the advantage for the joust, as OFC random sends that to USO, USO picks that up, will get stolen, and there's a chase for it as Amanda comes out with this, send that toward the bubble there, will go a bit high the net, and that will be OFC random send that toward the middle of the field now, sending it toward the left tunnel, and that will chill around the middle of the field as Keaton James picks it up, and Ivan Hanger will steal that. A bunch of stunning going on. Keaton James will send that into the bottom trap now as Amanda picks it up and gets that across to Iva Handgrenade. Iva Handgrenade moving down the field here, looking. We'll send that down low to Amanda. Amanda underneath. Amanda passing it a cut. That cut from Iva Handgrenade will hit the post and will float off into the center of the field again.
And that disc is still free floating and trying to get a hand on it. It's going to be OFC Random who does get that disc down into the other end of the arena as the bubble is there. They are trying to work that one in. Keaton James getting stunned out, losing possession. However, St. George going to pick it up, dinging it off the ring, unfortunately, and right back out of the goal area. Keaton James gets stunned out, losing possession, but they are still keeping it on this end of the arena, which is always helpful to see.
Yes, Amanda here just doing a little bit juking. Drop that disc, but will pick it up immediately after. Bounce it off the table, setting that up high, as it will be picked up by a hand grenade, slapping that toward the bubble there as Keaton James picks that disc up. Setting that down into the middle of the field once again. Now the chase for the disc coming in here as St. George will pick that up, sending that toward the goal in the bubble. Off the backboard, will go a bit wide, but USO is there to pick that up, moving in. Nice shot, and that will bounce in, taking their lead up to 2-5. With 6:20 to go.
Plenty of time. Oh my goodness. Nicely done by OFC. Getting those points on the board. That nice, beautiful shot there for the 2 points. Joust advantage is back on the Arena Rat side as Brick Rage grabs that disc, sending it right down in the hands of Grenade. Gonna send that one high to Amanda. Amanda moving right in. Gonna send it in, but a little low and back out of the bubble again as Keaton James making that clear, trying to. Not quite going to get all the way out. We see a little Joker train going on right now as they're moving into the space. However, they lose possession of the disc, and it's going to be Keaton James making that clear.
Yeah, that's going to go all the way out now. St. George with the disc looking. Sees the empty net. Will is going to move toward the net. Oh, no, there is an empty net. Sorry. As that shot will go in, the goalie will get stunned there. And St. George will put that in, taking this lead 7-2 now. OFC continuing this pressure up here. Arena Rats also keeping up the pressure, but OFC is just keeping on top here, extending the lead by 5 now. As the Just does come out, and let's see how they respond to this here. As Brick Rage with the disc now, moving down the left side as the pressure does not come in. Moving down toward the middle of the field now. Will stop at the middle now as setting that all the way down. Will bounce off the station though, and I have a hand grenade is there to get it, but Keaton James will get there first. I have a hand grenade, will recover it though, as Amanda now with the disc on the right side of the field, moving toward the bubble here and waiting for the players to come across, as that will take a couple bounces there, and it will be picked up by Amanda, but stolen by OFC Random, sent down all the way into the middle of the field.
And that's going to be right back in the hands of Keaton James. Going to send it all the way into the goal for a long, beautiful bounce shot. Wow, impressive stuff coming out of OFC.
Oh man, I blinked again and I missed it. I gotta stop doing that. I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I said this last stream. I need to like forget how to blink so I can stop doing it. As Brick Rage now sends that to I have a hand grenade, and now the Dak will block that, and St. George will send to the middle. I have a hand grenade will recover that though, sending it down to Amanda, but that will take an odd bounce, and Amanda won't be able to get to that. But Brick Rage will slap that in toward the bubble. Amanda there, but USO will get there first, and that will be sent across to the trap corner on the right side as Keaton James picks that up. Keaton James getting stunned, but will send that out in time, and that will be into the orange bubble as Blue gets in there. OFC gets in there, sorry. And OFC random chasing that. Amanda will pick it up first, though. Amanda inverting and backing away. And now, just a bit of a game here. Sending that down the left side. Picked up by Iva Hangray. Iva Hangray will turn around and throw that. That will go all the way down, but not in as it comes out of the bubble. Keaton James there to pick it up as Keaton James sends that down the middle. Amanda there to block it. Amanda moving in toward the bubble. Amanda will take that shot high, taking that 3, and it's 10-5 with 3:15 to go.
Okay, so what I have seen so far out of Arena Rats is they are a second half of round team. OFC has been hitting hard in every single round, coming out being very consistent with their timing on goals and getting those early goals, and they're methodically hitting them every couple of minutes really hard in the first half of the round. And then Arena Rats just seems to flip a switch and they are on for the second half of the round. So we'll see if that holds true here in a minute. They've got 2.5 minutes, a little over 2.5 minutes to get 5 points on the board, which is just 2 goals. Right now, they're moving right down into the arena. However, St. George is going to make that clear, but it's going to be intercepted by I have a hand grenade and moving right back to an open goal. It is good, and they are just down by 1 goal.
Yeah, 1 goal, 10-8 here. OFC still keeping this pressure up, but Arena Rats is picking up their game here, like you said. As it comes to the second half, something clicks, and they just pull away. They start pulling away with this. 2 minutes left to go, plenty of time here, and they will miss the disc though. And Ivan Hangray will put in that 3, pick up that lead, 11-10 for Arena Rats with 2 minutes to go.
My goodness. Wow. Okay, so those little mistakes like that, that's what we were talking about earlier. Those little tiny mistakes are what can really cost in a match, especially one like this that's been so back and forth and so aggressive. Joust advantage on the OFC side right now. They are going to grab that disc. Random going to send it through the midfield all the way down into the bubble where St. George is waiting patiently for the disc. Going to sink it in, and they take the lead again by 1 point.
Once again, we're just keeping it here. Every single game we've seen have been really close, and this third round here is continuing that line there. 11-12 now, 1.5 minutes to go. OFC is ahead, so Arena Rats do need another goal to take this lead here. Brick Rage will send that down to I have a hand grenade. I have a hand grenade will relay that across all the way down. Amanda is there, and Amanda will put that goal in, making it 13-12 with 1 minute to go.
Okay, well, it swings the other way once again. OFC needs a goal, and they need to keep Arena Rats, obviously, from scoring another one. They have to get a goal right now. 1 point down. Random going to grab that disc, going to hang on to it for a moment as it looks like they have sent fighters forward to try and break up those stacks. Going to send that one down to USO. USO moving right into the space, looking for the cut. It is good. Keaton James for the 2. It is back on the Arena Rats side, though. This is dangerous.
Very dangerous here. 13-14 and 20 seconds. This is going to be extremely close here. Unfortunately, we don't think we have a chance at overtime, so this is a last Hail Mary play is going to have to be here, as that will come out here. I have a hand grenade with the disc. Will send it across to Amanda. Amanda looking. Amanda taking that 3. Amanda will sink that 3. And Arena Rats will take round 3, winning this and ending the blue win streak for the night.
Oh my goodness. You know what? They started that relay play and I was like, oh boy, here we go. And you can see them. They were right in perfect position. That was a fantastic relay play, though. That was absolutely fantastic. It was beautiful. And I don't think that OFC saw it coming, and it just worked. And Arena Rats sunk that one in, taking the lead. I can't believe that. That was a fantastic match. That was amazing.
Yeah. All of their matches today were fantastic, all super close. And we saw master teams, we saw bronze and silver teams, and we saw gold and platinum teams today, and all of the matches were phenomenal. And I don't have anything negative about any of the teams today.
It was fantastic, and they all went to third rounds. So what a night for Echo Arena, and I'm so glad we were all here for it. I'm so glad you guys hanging out with the Twitch chat with us got to see that, because that was a fantastic wrap up for that game. And I think that's about it. That's all we've got for tonight. This is, of course, Wonder T-Man, the incredible Wonder T-Man, bringing us here to you tonight. And of course, this is Andrew, my dear friend, who has done a fantastic job. I'm Jeepgirlz, and I thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, bringing you the best. Until next time.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're underway.
Season 7 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Arma.gg, Kiwi Design, Downpour Interactive, and VRware.net.